the Inquest. This week is a one-shot that I guess we'll say just takes place right after the previous episode. So Dakren has some thinking to do. His contract was altered pretty significantly, and he's sort of off the hook again, sort of. But he also has sort of sworn to destroy the wretch and is starting to prepare on the logistics of how to do that. Also, he's overseeing the reconstruction of the keep and everything. And so you guys have, as you guys are doing that, Jasper receives a message. So you guys are in, we'll say, Morn Blossom at this point, maybe in one of the local inns, because the keep's, uninhabitable, and so you've had to just live in the hotel in town, basically, while your house is being renovated.
And we would establish that this is like a week or two later, time for Shaz to get back, time for the keep to actually get started on the reconstruction.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. This could be at any time in the next, month or whatever. It's going to be several weeks, and so it could be any of that amount of time. So you're in the tavern, and Jasper, a little red cardinal bird flies through the window. Actually, it lands on the windowsill and kind of looks around, and then it sees you and flies in. And a couple of people are just as a bird just randomly flies indoors, and it flies directly to you. And it opens its mouth, and you hear a voice come out of it as the animal messenger spell activates.
Hey, how's it going?
Jasper starts whistling at it. He's
little fella, how's it going? And it says, "Hello, Harbinger. This is Hans. I don't know if you remember me. You helped me and my friends out in Swanbow several years ago. Turn to the light of the Tree Father. I was wondering if you could come help us. My two companions, we who were once brown cloaks, have been acting strangely, and they left a few days ago and haven't returned. And as I've been praying to the Tree Father, I feel very unsettled about their current fate. And seeing as how you led us to the light the first time, I was wondering if you could possibly do so again. If so, you can meet me in Whitefork, and I'll tell you everything I know about the matter." And then the bird just sort of turns kind of normal again, and just sort of jumps on the table, starts pecking at some food that's on a plate, and maybe some breadcrumbs that are left nearby.
So he's going to be going to Whitefork, so he's probably already moved along.
So he lives in Whitefork. I don't know if you remember, but so Hans, Drogo, and Cyra were the brown cloaks that were basically living in a feral lifestyle in Swanbow. They were begging for food, basically. What's the word? Freeloading, I guess. Yeah, that sort of thing. They're basically freeloaders, and they were sort of pushing a religion about the Green Heart. And it was starting to kind of take over the town a little bit. Most people in Hardale worship the Dawnfather, but that religion was starting to kind of take hold there as people were starting to believe.
And who? Hans, Drogo, and who?
Cyra. So they were the three brown cloaks who lived there. So Hans and Cyra are humans, and Drogo was a halfling. And after you showed them the true power of the Tree Father, they realized that they'd been led astray by the Green Heart, and didn't even know, who the Green Heart was. And they decided to make a pilgrimage to Whitefork, where there was a temple to the Tree Father. You led them there. They insisted on walking by foot, so it was a long walk and everything. But when they got there, they were welcomed by the worshippers of the Tree Father and quickly integrated into their ranks and became fairly good priests. And so they've been there ever since. I'm sure you visited them maybe once or twice, but
yeah.
Kind of depends on how much you get down there. But you haven't heard from them in quite a while, and it's been a busy year, so it makes sense. But with all the firebrands have had to do. But yeah, so that's so he's just in the Temple of the Tree Father in Whitefork.
In Whitefork. And sorry, was it Hans or Drogo who sent the message?
Hans.
Hans sent the message. Okay. All right. Drogo and Slayer are missing. All right. I will ask the bird using speak with small animals as I have. How many sunrises it took for it to get here? How long did it take for it to get here?
That's a good
Just general sense of
question.
time from Whitefork.
Let's see. So 50 miles per 24 hours, which means it would have taken...
How many is many?
I'd say it took about... the duration increases by... Oh, okay, that's kind of cool how that works. Okay, so we'll say it took 2.5 days travel. So it sounds like it came straight from Whitefork.
All right. I will just give it some seed and some crickets, and tell it to go on its way wherever it wishes to go. And give it a little sugar water, and just let it be on its merry way.
All right.
And then I'll shoot Hans ascending. Just let him know we're on our way, and that we'll see him. Let's think. Are the boys nearby? Are we having breakfast or something?
Yeah, you guys are all together, and
what do you
everybody
think?
except Ivan and Dakren.
You guys want to go on a little road trip? Go visit Whitefork? Haven't been there in a bit.
Yeah, this place is getting stale. We've been here a long time.
I mean, the eggs are good, but it turns out there's only so many ways you can make them. And I only like scrambled.
That does limit your options quite a bit.
Yeah, it does.
You just don't like any runny at all? Is that the issue?
I mean, I can have it. I just much prefer scrambled, but still, I mean, it's just the same eggs. Like, I'm pretty sure it's all chicken.
Oh, lad.
I mean...
A good crispy blanket of crispy hash browns with a nice over easy pair of eggs on top is the way to go.
You know, maybe I'll try... that might be... No,
And
you might be mentioned it. I might try it. But for now, yes, let's do a thing.
All right.
What are we doing?
Sounds good. Let's see. How do you want
Not
to
any of these hashes or bowls or any of these fancy, schmancy things where they mix it up for you. You got to mix it yourself.
A waitress comes by. Can I get you boys anything else?
Yes.
I don't want any scramble. We've just been talking about this.
Some more Java, perhaps?
You know what I like, lass.
Yeah, I'll have more of that.
I'll get more of the usual for you, Hargis.
Orange juice
on the
for
shoulder. She kind of gives you a wink.
Yes, orange juice is a great mixer.
So you guys finish up breakfast. In preparation for this, like, you don't really know what what the deal is. It sounds like something kind of is going on with their faith, maybe. But before you leave, you can buy anything you need here, or you could buy stuff in Whitefork. Either way.
I think more or less stocked up.
I think we're good on just about everything. We're not to expect anything, really, so what can we prepare for?
I prepare for everything. Do you guys...
I could use some more potions of healing, to be honest.
Yeah, there's always some things I need to restock on.
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of time to restock my own here. Let me see what I got as far as that goes.
Those are probably if you stocked a bunch of healing potions in the wine cellar, those are probably just fine.
That's a
Everything in the wine cellar was untouched by the fire, which is good.
Well, we'll have to work out our keep stockpiles before we. Yeah, that way we're not just walking out of every.
How much would it run me for 2 regular, 2 greater?
Healing potions are 50 gold each. Graders are, I think, 250 gold.
So,
about right, yeah.
Basically 600 gold then?
Yep.
I can work with
We'll
that.
say, yeah, there's like an alchemist in town who can, or an herbalist that can
I was going to ask if we got a replacement wizard or a new, hedge wizard or.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, because Davis moved. Yeah, he wasn't liking the small town feel going away. He didn't like all the people, and one day his tower was just up and disappeared. But yeah, like there's a couple of medicine women, herbalists, that sort of thing. But yeah, there's not really an arcane person, except for the blue cloaks. And maybe that's why is like wizards are just like, oh, I don't want to. If they've got blue cloaks there and stuff, there's that's not an environment that's conducive for. They probably buy up all the arcane ink, even though it's Morn Blossom, and that's like their main export, and so it's just not a good, it's just kind of a small town.
Okay, I've been lacking potions recently, so I decided I'd buy some. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, those healing potions you can find. Nothing higher than greater, but yeah, she'll have a couple, and then as many normal healing potions as well.
As we were there talking to the herbalist woman, do we have her name?
Sure. Yeah, you've met her a couple times, especially since you make healing potions yourself. You probably have traded recipes or gnomish tips or something. Her name is Mary.
Mary the herbalist. After
thank you very much, Mary.
After Shaz finishes his transaction, Jasper's gonna lean his head out the door and go, "Boys, come on. And the berries will walk in, and who have been, of course, living with Jasper in the inn the whole time since the keep is burnt down.
They just keep them in flower pots and just act like they're, your prized shrubs or something.
Which one almost died? Which one?
I usually get my back
one.
Was it Hallie? Was it Halle Berry?
Hallie.
I think Halle Berry has been potted, and the other ones have been tending to her quite a bit. But as they come in carrying,
Halle Berry has got something going on.
Yeah. The Jasper would like, Mary, I had a question for you.
He's a shrubbery of a kind.
You're aware of the unpleasantness at the keep, I take it.
Yes, I did see the plume of smoke from. I mean, it's just right down the street. Everybody knows what happened there, so. Yes, and I imagine there's quite a bit of damages to be done.
Thankfully, nothing beyond property and things like that. Now the berries here, which I think mentioned to you at least once or twice. Wonderful helpers.
Is she like a veterinarian where you've taken your bushes in a couple times?
I figure
this one's just. She seems pretty wilted today. Her berries are sour, and she's like, it looks like a little bit of blight here. All we need is this plant cure. And
she's a mobile botanist. Perfect doctor for an ailing shrubbery that can move and talk.
But Chuck and Barry Connick and the rest of the boys here are great gardeners. They can help you out around the garden. And they'll Hallie's been feeling a bit under the weather since the incident. But I was wondering, could we just leave him here with you, and you could just keep an eye on him until we get back?
Oh, would it be a pleasure? I've honestly wanted to spend a little more time just seeing how these things work. I've not.
There's a little chorus of hooray. Yeah, that was great.
Going to have a great time together. You mentioned they're good in the garden. They can help me out with planting and weeding, that sort of thing.
Sure thing, Mary. Whatever you need, we got your back.
So yes, that'd be my pleasure. Don't even worry about it. We'll have a great time together.
Really appreciate that, Mary. Thank you. That's a load off my mind to know you'll have your well-trained and watchful eye on them.
Right. She, you help her kind of take them to the back in her herb garden, and she
running up.
Finds a nice. They're just kind of going around like little children on a playground, just sort of running around and stuff. And she's just like, this will be an interesting weekend. All right, don't worry about them at all. And are they just like normal bushes? Just water them as much as a normal bush, that sort of thing?
For the most part...
The answer is in your question.
Do you have is there like a pool or a bucket or something out here?
Yes, a rain barrel. Is that...
Rain barrel? If you just give them access to clean water, they'll dunk on their own time. And, maybe check in on Hallie now and then. She's been sleeping a lot. But
I'll find a perfect patch of earth just for Hallie, and the others can...
They love coffee
run
grounds
down to their
and the rinsings off the
content.
face.
They're saps content?
Hotwoods content.
They're hot. Oh, that's a good one. Gonna use that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. All right, boys. Hallie, you all listen to Mary, and I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye, Jasper.
All right, see you later. And he'll buzz you on. And
all right, yeah, they wave their branches as you leave.
all right, thanks for that, guys.
Anything you guys want to do, Hargis and Shaz?
I usually have my pack restocked when I see Norel regularly. His girls take care of it. I like to tip them.
Okay, they're still all the way over.
Hey, this is a kids show, Hargis. It's a family show here.
Besides sending a letter to Flint saying, "Hey, sorry, I said I was going to visit you and then didn't." That's about it.
Okay.
Because I don't think I had enough time to get all the way over there.
Oh, really?
Well, you guys were only gone like 3 days, right?
Yeah, you probably made it there and stayed like overnight, and then we're just like, ugh, and then just had to leave. I'm sorry.
I think Shaz will pay for like a gift basket of. It's like, hey, sorry, I only stayed a night, or maybe that's a good thing. Regardless, here's some assorted chocolates and wines. I'm not sure what you like. I'm just kind of assuming.
All right, yeah.
Well,
you send a letter that is meant first to go to like a sweets shop in Valkstad, and then with an order form and some coins, and then from there the letter will go on.
I'll make it nice. I'll do like a classic 5 silver or so.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and mark that off, and that will get sent to Flint.
Shaz, if you need to go somewhere, just tell me, man. Like, I could literally have had you there in a single day.
Doesn't it, like, cost you magic or something? Or...
Yeah, but magic is literally everywhere. I just take a long nap and it's right back.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, we could have been there day one.
I guess your mushroom spores cost a little bit of gold, but
those
got lots of gold, so.
Plane shift
also
is free.
what I would refer. Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Well,
yeah, plane shift is free.
Sorry, I'm not too well versed in your arcane or even druidic.
Yeah, just let me know.
Okay, yeah. Well, are we poofing somewhere today or walking?
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys, we could walk. It'll take us. Walking. It'll probably take us better part of 2 to 3 days.
If your magic is so versatile, why not use it?
We could be there right now. Yeah.
Skip all the annoying bumps in the road.
Yeah. If we fly, probably take us a couple of days. Walking is maybe 3.
I say we just.
You could also teleport to Buzz and Bloom, and that's pretty close to Whitefork.
I'm taking the goat cart.
Buzz and Bloom is pretty close. You want to go by goat? You want to take the goats?
Yeah. Are we in a rush? What exactly is going on? I don't recognize these names.
There's one thing. Let me check in with our good buddy Hans here, and we'll see what sort of urgency he's talking here.
Okay.
I'll just let him know I could be there. I could be there today, or I could be there in 3 days, depending on his sense of urgency. So I was going to let him know that I'm coming regardless. So yeah, I'll send that message on my way. How urgent today or 3 days?
He responds and says, "If you can make it here today, that would be great. I'm quite worried about them. It's been several days now. I was half hoping by the time the bird reached you, they'd just come back, and then I could sort of, belay that order type thing. But they haven't come back. I'm worried. The sooner you guys get here, the more comfortable I'll be.
All right.
And how far is the
Here
circle
we
of
go.
teleportation from Whitefork? Would that be same day arrival?
If you teleport to Buzz and Bloom, you can probably get to Whitefork at the end of the day. We'll say it's morning. Yeah, you guys just had breakfast, so you could get there in Whitefork, stay the night, and then do whatever he needs to in the morning if you need your spell slots back, that sort of thing.
Hey, I propose a compromise, Hargus.
All right.
We teleport to Buzz and Bloom. We can pick up a cart there and some goats there, and we'll take it won't be as luxurious as your own marvelous contraption.
And where are we going now?
Wait a minute. We
You
didn't
could
establish.
also-
Did Hargus's cart survive the fire?
Hargus has like 7 carts. Like, he bought one for almost every city.
Probably has one in every
I do have one in every city.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think the one at the keep probably got destroyed, right?
That's heartbreaking. How am I going?
I know, we saved the goat.
Yeah, it depends if it's spread over there by the
Yeah,
stables and stuff.
The bad beans.
The goats wouldn't stay while things burnt around them. They would destroy a fence.
Yeah.
Like, no problem. These are dire goats.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the cart probably got destroyed, so you've had to stable the goats in town.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll pick up your cart and
I was
Buzz and
going to
Bloom.
take care of the grass without the goats.
You could also ride giant bumblebees from Buzz and Bloom and get there pretty quick.
Do you want to go by Bumblebee? I love those things.
I will put my worries aside and allow myself to enjoy life.
Have you noticed how wonderful they smell? Like, a lot of people don't think about this. Like, they smell amazing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they poop through their skin.
I think they breathe. I don't think they poop.
I think they sweat out their poop. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. Well, it
That's
smells
what that
great. They
meat
eat nectar. How bad can it be? So it smells amazing. Whatever
Hey,
they're
honey,
doing, it's working.
Honey is just
Hey, I went down a dark road there for a minute, but I'm back. It's fine.
All right.
Don't worry, you're just thinking about the ghosts.
I will create a little circle of spores, and then touch the ground, and all the spores will start to not blossom, but but bud.
Grow.
What do spores do?
Flourish?
I mean, I don't
Summon
know what
Hollow.
the word is, but yeah, you can kind of imagine like a mushroom popping up in the cap
Sprout?
and
Do
flaming.
they
sort of
sprout?
thing.
I don't think they sprout.
Yeah, I mean, what's the word? What's the
Oh my
word
god,
for
have we
what-
never thought of
for
this
what
in our
spores
lives?
do?
That's what I call it when they just pop up in my lawn like randomly. There's just
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
patch of mushroom.
It's never occurred to me to question the verb of spore eruption.
I don't know. But yeah,
Alright, I'll
you
look
make
up-
a little
I'll look up
fairy
how we do
ring. The little white mushrooms pop up, and the circle in the middle of them starts shimmering. And you guys all step through and find yourselves on a big tree stump that's been just sort of overgrown. There's a few things here from last time. Now that you've used this a few times and stuff, like there's like a little like tree house nearby with some stuff in it where people have just sort of over the years when the circles of teleportation haven't been the safest, you've had guards watch over and that sort of thing. So it's not quite as overgrown as when you first came here, and there was the illusion hiding Buzz and Bloom. This, when you get here, you see it in its majesty on that hill, and you make your way into Buzz and Bloom. And you can easily secure some flying giant bumblebees if you want, or get a coat with goats.
I was a little distracted looking up the verb.
Did you find it?
I think it's germinating.
Yeah, I think they germinate.
That
Yep.
fair. Yeah, that works.
Yep.
So
But we're in Bloods and Bloom, that's the important part.
yes.
My research concurs.
All right, it's settled then. So yeah, you guys can fly on these giant bumblebees to Whitefork and arrive there at late afternoon. The giant bumblebees, very fluffy, very soft, a nice soft ride. Noisy, which is kind of Kind of depends on how.
It's that deep bass. It like almost puts you to sleep. If
It's not
like
like the
feel it in
sort of
your chest.
alarming.
I think it cured my cancer.
Buzz of a wasp or whatever. It's just like a low hum that just sort of, it's relaxing. It's a relaxing.
It's like a back
very
massage.
smooth as well.
It's like a massage chair minus the massage.
Yeah, a little bit of a vibration going on a fluffy chair. That's kind of what it feels like.
At first, Shaz is just like, it's just a big bug. It's just a big bug. It's just a big bug. After a while, he starts to calm down.
Yeah, it's less jarring than a eagle beating its wings and stuff. You just kind of hover over the trees, that kind of thing. So it's got some pros.
You want to hear one other bee fact?
Sure.
Bees often get tired during a day of flying around, and so they will sleep inside of flowers. And when there's they like to sleep with a buddy, and they'll like hold each other's feet while they're inside there, facing each other.
Yeah, so if I see giant flowers, I will not approach.
Look up pictures. It's really
we'll say there's some giant flowers in Buzz and Bloom, and that's kind of where they
account for the giant bees.
Yeah, and then like a big sort of barn, and the inside is just a actual beehive. Yeah, and they've just turned it out from the outside. Looks like a building. You go in, every surface is covered with honeycomb and they've got.
You walk in, you're just immediately stuck, and it's like you need special boots.
Yeah, only the bee wranglers have like special equipment for doing that. So
I'm going to mark off a polymorph because Jasper definitely spent some time in there as a giant bumblebee, hanging out with the boys. So I'm going to take off that polymorph just to have that.
I guess one of you could ride a giant bumblebee and the other one could ride Jasper. Either way.
I don't want to use that many polymorphs to get there. This is just a half hour or so. I'm picking out some friendly ones, see who wants to go on the journey.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So you
could increase loyalty.
Yeah, you pick some bees that are sort of antsy to go. So they haven't been on a journey in a while, so they're faster and more like a better temperament, that sort of thing.
And a super chill one for Shaz. he finds the chillest bumblebee.
Yeah, and they're very warm too. From what I know, bees have quite the body heat that can.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how they kill their enemies, right? They overheat them. Yeah.
And I saw some guy online who made a house that was like warmed by bumblebees, or not bumblebees, probably honeybees. But yeah, like the foundation, the wooden foundation is just full of bees and it's heated, which a little too close to bees for me. I don't want to be sleeping like on their hive, but anyway,
that's great.
All right, so you guys fly in the bees. You have a smooth flight to Whitefork, and it's just sort of late afternoon when you arrive. You know right where to go as you approach the grove of the Tree Father, which is basically just more like a park with lots of trees, and the followers of the Tree Father are there. They often meditate there and just sort of study nature, care for plants there, care for animals. And that's just how they worship, basically. And there's like probably an outdoor, maybe like one specific tree that acts kind of like as a shrine or an altar. Like it's got like stones around it.
Big tree.
Yeah, like it's a big tree. It's got stones around it. It's probably an oak. I think the Tree Father's sort of sacred tree is an oak. And it doesn't take you too long to find Hans, who's been waiting for you. And Hans cleans up pretty good. You have a flash of memory back to when he just had like this matted long mane of hair and just, filthy robes that were never washed, coated in dirt, that sort of thing. Just very animalistic, long fingernails that were dirty, that sort of thing. But yeah, he looks much more better kempt, and he's just like, "Oh, Harbinger, thank you for coming. Hargus, nice to see you again.
Clean up well."
Oh, thanks very much. I don't believe we've met. My name's Hans. What's your name?
Shaz. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I've been with, I guess you could say the more recent member of the Firebrands, although it has been a while. We just We don't get a lot of applications, do we?
We haven't really put out like the open invitation or anything. So.
Oh, if you do, let me know. I'd love to at least be an honorary firebrand. I don't know if you.
Oh, really?
I mean, Jasper probably has all the magic that you need, but if you need a second, then I'd be happy to contribute.
It's worth considering expanding the ranks. I mean, it's a busy world out there, so if people like mind.
Yeah, if you're expanding to more of a guild as opposed to just sort of like a party, then there's probably lots of people who'd be willing to. I mean, you saved us from the that giant invasion a few years ago with that giant shaman. I don't know if you remember that. The one Hargis rides his hand around. I don't know.
I forgot that he was a shaman.
That hand.
Yeah, do you still ride that Hargis?
I put it somewhere, I don't really actually know where it is, but it's okay.
We'll have to roll later to see where he left it, because
it is shocking.
I think there's a certain dramatic irony to Hargis having a wandering hand.
It's actually hiding in the alley just down the road from us, watching it.
Well, I know you're a little more oriented with Jasper and Hargis, but seeing as I'm not, perhaps you could, just for mom benefits, fill us in on the situation a bit further.
Oh, yes. Sorry, here I am considering this more of a visit of leisure. This is very important, so thank you. It's mid-autumn, by the way, so the trees here are beautifully, golden brown leaves and everything. It's a nice breeze.
Big crunch underfoot.
So he basically just says. So here's the facts, Basically, Cyra and Drogo, who are also priests of the Tree Father, they have been complaining about not being able to sleep lately, and just sort of absent-minded, hard to focus, hard to concentrate on their worship, that sort of thing. And they talked a lot together about it. Like, they seemed to be having the same problem. Hans didn't understand what the deal was. He was fine. And eventually they told him that they were going to Swanbow. He said that they, that's where things used to make sense. And they're trying to kind of go back there and just see if they can recapture that spirit that Jasper gave them in Swanbow. And so he says last he knew they left and went to Swanbow, and he hasn't heard from them in several days at this point.
Is worrisome.
And he sent like a messenger bird there to talk to the Lord of Swanbow. He didn't really have any information. I don't know if he recognized them. He probably didn't.
Yeah.
If they were in their ratty robes or whatever, maybe. But he's just like, all right, nothing. They haven't been stirring up anything there, or at least making. They haven't been doing anything conspicuous. Whatever they're doing, it's some sort of personal thing, and it didn't give any further information from that.
Well, has there been like any odd goings on other than their internal struggle, it seems? Like any strange people, any odd kind of poisoned trees, not really understanding Tree Father-esque activity? I'm not an expert here.
How's the sap been? Have you checked the sap?
I just rolled a intelligence check for him to see what else he could remember or make connections with, and he rolled pretty high, and so he's going to say, there was, it all started about a week and a half ago when there was a big storm. Like, there was a big thunderstorm that kind of raged over here. It was, there wasn't anything necessarily different about it, but after that is kind of when Drogo and Cyra started having insomnia and just having a hard time getting back to normal.
Curious. Well, I'm ready to head out to Swanbow to help find your friends, if that's what it takes.
Are you capable of sending spells yourself, Hans? Have you...
Just through the birds.
I take it the birds have not returned with messages. If you sent some after.
Yes, I sent some to them specifically. They never came back. I sent one to the Lord of Swanbow, and he said basically, "Sorry, I can't help. I haven't seen anything." So, yep, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
All right. Well, I'll shoot one out, sending to them just to check, and see sort of what their response, if anything, is. It'd be good to just sort of test the waters. And
Question.
Yeah. What's up, Chad?
Can you twin cast sending?
Single target, technically, yes. Yeah. It would
Fascinating. I never considered that.
Neither did I. Yeah, it's
that actually happened once when Archmage Wendell sent to all of you guys at the same time when there was that sort of PR problem with the blue cloaks that happened. The minor scandal. Yeah, so it was kind of a thing like that.
That's a good one.
I'd also just say if you cast it at a higher level, you can add more targets or add more words, that sort of thing. I'm pretty
lenient.
Pretty lenient with if you're expending more resources, I'm totally fine with it stretching. Well, but you could actually you should definitely use sorcery points for that too.
I'll just do a twinned one,
shoot it out. Points? Not horrible.
Yeah, no, pretty good. And I'll shoot it out to both of them and just say, Han, Cyra, we're a bit worried about you. Hans and myself, Drogo, Cyra, not we're a bit worried about you. Cyra.
Yeah, Cyra's the tiefling
of
the Valiant Allies. CYRA, maybe that helps. Anyway, okay, so just you're worried about them.
Yeah, we're a bit worried about you. Just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. Just let me know. Thanks.
Okay. You get 2 responses at the same time, and different voices. But they both say the same thing, not at the exact same time, but they both say
in unison.
Yeah,
exact same word.
Yeah, the same words, not in complete unison, but they both respond and they say they probably recognize your voice. Or did you introduce yourself, that sort of thing?
It's Jasper.
Well, no, it's sending, so you automatically know.
That's true.
Is that the case? Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I never thought of that. Okay. So
that's why you never need to introduce yourself with the
sending. Yeah, I have a list of all the harassers over the last little while.
Oh, okay. That's why I was. Yeah, we never made that connection. Okay, so they both respond and they just say, "Harbinger, come join us at the shrine in the woods near Swanbow. We have something very important to show you."
Well, Jasper, what'd you hear?
It's creepy AF, my dude. Creepy AF. Though there's some nasty business going on.
Are we talking creepy twins in the hall kind of thing, or?
Yeah, full blown. Okay. The storm washed away another idol, and they're just straight up back to worshiping this creepy idol or something.
No insight check required.
No, it was practically the exact same words. If I met them in a hallway, they would have been holding hands and chanting at the same time, just as an example of the sort of thing.
Alright, okay. These are your friends, so looks like a search and rescue kind of thing, huh?
I mean, it would be great if we could not kill them, or if we do kill them, leave enough meat behind so that I can revive them.
Preferably enough that they aren't too injured either.
I mean, injuries heal. I can regenerate most about anything now.
I mean, that's true. And so can Hargus. He grew me a new leg.
Yeah, so if they've got to lose some limbs or whatever, all that stuff, you just get
But preferably we don't, right?
Yeah. I mean, preferably at the end of it, they're in like a clear state of mind where they can like come back away from the horrible idle thing.
That's the vital things we gotta keep.
Yeah. There's like emotional
a
scarring that probably
30
occurs.
feet away from us, by the way. Anyways,
you would probably know actually. Did you have any sort of like emotional trauma from losing the limb, or is that sort of like nothing to you once you got it back? Is it just like water under the bridge, or is there like you wake up screaming?
When I lost my arm that time.
Argus lost an arm.
Yeah.
That's right. You lost an arm.
He lost a hand. He lost a hand and an eye, which is a little too on the nose for me.
Yep, an exploding mithril golem, just instant frostbite his hand that just fell apart.
I mean, it's funny. It's kind of like, I don't know, I think I went just kind of numb to it. Like, you know how you get like a bad injury as a kid and you get a scar after and you just don't remember it?
Sure.
Yeah. I got my tusk grew back, though. I was happy about that.
That is funny. All right, so it's going to be a thing. They're alive. Oh, sorry, Hans. They're alive, so there's that. But
good.
I think I think they got wrapped up in something a little unpleasant.
Oh boy.
Old demons coming to surface.
Yeah, if there's any more storms, maybe make sure you don't get wet or something.
Are you thinking it's like a gremlin situation? They ate after midnight and then got wet.
I don't know. I mean, we were together during the storm and everything. I didn't think anything of it at all. It was just an autumn storm, that sort of thing. And afterwards, nothing. But the next day, they were complaining about having not been able to sleep well that night, that sort of thing. Didn't think much of that either until, days after days. In fact, it was just now that I made that connection that's when it started, so...
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
good.
Well, luckily we are surrounded by the holy symbol of the Tree Father, so if we need to do some, what's the word I'm looking for?
Commune?
No. The one where you get the bad spirits out kind of thing.
An exorcism?
Trick or treat.
I guess seance is when you...
A whooping.
Let's do that!
I used to watch a painter, and he said you had to beat the devil out of it. And he would take his brush, and he would slap it on the surface, and he'd beat the devil out of it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going there to beat the devil out of him.
I usually use the may the power of pain compel you.
So that's true. That is a classic Hargism.
Really snaps him out of a lot of foolishness.
Hargus actually has, marvelous pigments now. I'm terrified.
What do you think? How long would it take to get there from here?
Swanbow's real close, though, right?
Swanbow's pretty close.
Swanbow, riding, it would take probably 6 hours.
That's not so bad.
Flying, 4 hours, maybe.
Yeah. The bees are a bit tuckered, but maybe we go on our own power tonight.
I'm fine with it. I mean, if they seem content, so I think they can handle another 6 hours.
Yeah, the bees could probably make it. Honestly, I mean, it was. Yeah. I think they could. After that, they'd be definitely exhausted. But
okay, gotcha.
If you wanted to reach there tonight, you could.
Yeah, let's head over there tonight. No sense in wasting. And then in the morning, we can get to creeping around the dark, spooky forest and seeing.
Wait, so are you flying tonight or leaving in the morning?
About 6 hours, you think?
Flying, it would probably only be 4 or 5.
Oh, you want to just go in the morning then?
Let's just go in the morning.
It's about. Right.
Man, I hope it's clear weather tonight.
So, yeah. All right. Well, let's have an early night tonight, and then we'll head out in the morning.
I do feel pretty. How do I explain this? Sorry, Hargus?
What'd you say, Hargus?
been a while since I've been anywhere, so I'm game for the city.
All right.
To be fair, it's kind of like riding on that bee for so long was kind of like being in a wave pool for like in the waves for a while. I can't stop vibrating.
You feel a little numb.
I can still hear it in my ears,
You got.
and it feels like my heart. Feels like my heart case is vibrating.
Yeah, they call that bumblebee butt. It'll go away.
Bumble butt.
Yeah, half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, my leg's a little numb. It's the old one, so it makes sense.
We'll park the bees in the trees, and then we can have
Bees in the
night.
trees.
They're used to giant bumblebees sometimes coming from Buzz and Bloom now that it's like publicly accessible and everything, and so not a problem.
Barrels of sugar water, and
Yeah.
the bees go to town.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and sleep for the night. Taking it in. You doing a
What do you think?
tiny hut here in the Tree Father's Grove.
Yeah,
All the priests here just sleep on the ground, like under the stars each night.
Why not do that? That sounds nice.
Yeah,
And there's sort of an enchantment here in the grove where it never gets uncomfortably cold. Like it just feels like a cool summer night, even in the middle of autumn at this point when it should be, really cold at night. And so it really just feels nice. There's some like fireflies kind of going around, and
Guys, I really appreciate the earth when I'm not being hurled at it by a monster.
I mean, yeah. That's the least pleasant way to experience the earth.
Never really taken the time to think about it.
No?
Hans is like, you guys.
Usually something like, "Well, this is happening."
Hans is just like, you guys honor me with your presence. I'm glad that you didn't have anything more pressing going on. This is, I'm glad that you were able to come help us again.
Oh, of course. Gotta take care of each other, right? That's what we're here for.
We can all bask in each other's shade when the sun beats down the hardest.
Jasper's two boars and direwolf are frolicking in the grove.
The other Tree Father priests love your animals. Like they're just like, playing with them. Just
Yeah.
They love
The boars are looking for truffles.
it. Okay, you guys sleep for the night and wake up in the morning. It was sort of partially cloudy the day before, and now there are more clouds in the sky. A little darker. There might be a little bit of rain later today, it looks like. Anything else you want to buy in Whitefork before you go, or anything else you do need to do to prepare before you go?
Do they have I don't know, just like a good luck charm?
Like here in the Grove, or just like buy one from a street vendor.
It's just in the Grove, even if Shaz appreciates the presence of the other gods. Tree Father has come in for him many a time, so he'll happily walk over and it's like, hey, priest of the Tree Father. Maybe could I get some words of encouragement, perhaps?
I feel like there's absolutely the donation stand towards the front with all of the handcrafted things that the guys in the temple would make.
You know what? Tree Father's been real nice to me. I'll put in a solid 5 gold.
It's a donation of your choice, and then you get to choose from any number of talisman. The acorn is a classic one. There is a 4-leaf clover that's gilded in copper that you can see. So it's got that nice green color, but the back is copper.
There's also some sprigs of mistletoe, some wooden totems carved in the likeness of animals. And there's also just silver holy symbols, actual holy symbols that you can wear of the Tree Father that you can have if you donate 5 gold.
Yeah, I'll donate 5 gold. Tree Father's coming from a little silver pendant.
Yep. So it's just kind of
happily.
All right, that works as an actual holy symbol for the Tree Father. So.
Oh, cool.
So now you have to multi-class and cleric. Just kidding. Or
Paladin.
paladin.
Committed.
But, if Jasper, or if
I'm in a pinch.
somebody's in a pinch, you got a holy symbol. So maybe it'll ward off vampires or something. Okay.
Yeah, I'll add that as an amulet.
Yep.
Argus, do you have a Tree Father symbol on your giant rotary keychain of your janitor keychain of holy symbols? You got a
What was that holy?
No.
Wait, there's a holy symbol option.
I may already have one. No, we got acorns a long time ago.
Yeah.
Acorn on a chain.
Yeah, I was tempted to take the acorn. I didn't want to get confused with all those healing things I'm given by Jasper.
Eating acorns. Oh,
it's metal!
I need regeneration. Why are all of your things edible?
All right.
Is this a good acorn or a bad acorn? They all look the same.
All acorns are good acorns, Shaz. You should know that by now.
All right. Anything you need, Hargus, or are you good?
I can't think of anything. We replenished ourselves in the before we left and restocked, and I think we were all just getting antsy to be on the road.
Okay. Yeah, this is a bigger city than Morn Blossom was, so if you can think of anything you want to buy, but if not,
if there was anything I wanted to buy, it would be a meat pie.
Okay. The meat pies here, not great. They're full of like gamey venison and stuff. They're not made the dwarven style, which is the good stuff. The stuff that
Argus might like that better though.
But yeah, maybe that's for you. I mean, it's farther south. It's closer to your people, so maybe that's
meat of the wild.
Maybe it brings back some memories.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, that deer's been eating sage for the last 8 months. I can taste it.
And it's like, chewy, a lot more gristle, but it's kind of like you kind of enjoy chewing on it longer. Okay. You have a Whitefork meat pie.
Jasper and Hargus are like chewing. People complain about the gristle, but really, it's just more fun for later. You get through the meat pie, and then you've got another 5 hours of chewing gum on you.
I love a little kidney chopped in there for the rubbery texture.
That sounds like what they would have too. Okay, so you guys hop aboard the
I hear the scout pick up something called boudin. Now that's a sausage worth trying.
You make your way flying over the trees and make a beeline, literally, to Swanbow, which is surrounding not surrounding. It's built on the the southeastern edge of a lake, I believe. I think that's the edge. Anyway, and it's just a beautiful lake any time of year, and still a small town. The biggest building here is the Lord's Manor, and then there's the dense woods to the south, and to the basically to the north and the south are dense woods, and then the Whitewash River is just runs right alongside the road before you go in. So where would you like to go? Do you want to just land, find some stables for the, some big trees for the bees to rest in while you're gone, or what's your approach?
Yeah, I think come in towards the outside of town, and
what's the name of this town again?
Swanbow. It's Dakren's hometown.
We could send the bees home actually. When we're done here, we'll probably just leave of our own methods. So
that's true. You're even closer to Buzz and Bloom. It's kind of a triangle, and so this wouldn't be a problem at all.
We'll just send them home then, so that they're safely on their way.
All right, kind of pat their heads, give them a scratch in their bee fur, and they fly up to the northwest, off into the sunlight. So we'll say it is about 11 a.m.
Okay.
And a few people were kind of watching you as you were flying and sort of pointing and stuff, and now they're kind of getting back to work. Most of them are fishermen and just gardeners and stuff in this town. Okay, what would you like to do now?
The first thing Jasper
going to look for the...
Sorry. On the outskirts of town, as he takes out and starts throwing dust motes. And as he does, there's a giant spider.
It got replaced, right? First time? Okay.
Yeah, that scrambles up and puts on Jasper's shoulder.
Oh, not giant. A large spider then, right? Like a tarantula?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
that.
got a tarantula.
It's big for a spider. It's like the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah.
So it's big for a spider, but...
it's like a small... It's still tiny, so...
Yeah, you can't ride it, but...
you can't ride it.
Okay.
It's a gigantic spider is what it is.
Boar, another boar.
Unnatural.
And the last one that comes out is a giant elk.
Oh my gosh. I wondered if that was going to happen again. Very reminiscent of the last time you came through here.
Well, it sounds like I better start playing the harp. I was going to strike a horrendous chord, actually, on the lute. I was trying to strike a horrendous chord on the lute, just bashing the strings, and then we'll start playing.
It's coming out of town.
I think riding a giant elk is always worth a song.
All right, in that case, everybody puts down their stuff and comes up, and you have another sort of like wondrous welcome. They know from years ago that this doesn't, this isn't like the impending omen of something great. But last time, something interesting at least happened and stuff. Yeah. And so they're like, they're like, you're the one from last time, aren't you? Who was the gnome? Same gnome, I remember him. And I guess this is like...
He's riding an elk.
I guess this is more than 10 years later. So, yeah, like there's a couple of like adults who are like, oh, I remember when I was a kid, the same elk came marching in through town. It was amazing. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good seeing you guys.
Holding their children, like, remember the story I told you about the giant elk? That's it.
When he's riding an elk.
Oh, man. It's good to be back. Let's go visit Dakren's mom. It'd be good to talk to her. Turns out the mayor says he doesn't know anything, so let's talk to Dakren's mom real quick, and we'll make our way.
I mean, get some insight from the locals. Sure.
Yeah.
I've never met her. I don't think.
Oh, she's lovely. She's quite lovely.
All right, you go over to Otelia Kilner's house, which is Dakren's mother. She looks healthy. She looks kind of the same as when you saw her last time, which was odd because she still has a little bit of gray in her hair, but not more gray than last time. You go into her house. She invites you in and everything. You see...
Before we go in, Jasper turns to Hargus. Hargus? This is Dakren's mum.
I was just thinking she's letting herself go a bit.
Dakren's mum. Alright? So, best behavior.
I kind of feel like you're encouraging...
Dakren's mum. You between friends, mums are... Come on now.
I
know, but it's... and then we knock on the door.
Okay. All right, she answers. She has dark hair, just like Dakren. Same sort of eyes, but, much less... Dakren doesn't look half-elven. He looks like a human with, slightly pointed ears. But looking at Otelia, you're like, oh, yeah, Dakren does look a little elven. She's, got the more human features, that the contrast is more apparent.
A sort of inescapable mundanity.
The looks I really don't find appealing on Dakren really are fetching.
Internal monologue!
Oh!
She's just by technicality, by technicality, Shaz is a half elf. It's just his orcish, his orcish genes are a little stronger in the.
They both have pointed ears, so it's hard to tell the finer details. She's just like, well, boys, I heard about the giant elk that was coming through town. I feel like I'm having deja vu. It's just like
it's actual literal destiny. It was.
It really is. Yeah. Well, I'm afraid he can't come in, but the rest of you, please come in.
All right.
Yes, it's so fun.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. I think I've heard of you. Shaz, is it?
Yes.
From the Elflands. An orc from the Elflands.
Yes,
huh?
indeed. Yeah, it's a wild card for sure. But your friend, well, not your friend, your son, just wonderful man.
He is just the greatest. Look over there, and she points in the windowsill, just like above the sink, and there's a beautiful ornate glass vial, like a flask, and it's just got like beautifully crafted glass designs on it, that sort of thing, and it's just kind of shining in the late morning sunlight, shining through the window, leaving kind of prismatic colors around. It's kind of a prism. And she's just like, this is a gift that Dakren gave me several years ago, and it was a potion of longevity, and it gave me several more years of life.
Oh, man.
Isn't that
That's
just
great.
the best son to buy something this valuable for me? I don't normally have anything, but I have a cheese, if you care for some cheese. What brings you to Swanbow? All right, I'll get it. She opens a wardrobe, pulls out some chairs. She has a small chair for halflings that she gives for Jasper, and brings out a wheel of cheese and shares it with you. What brings you to Swanbow today?
Well, actually, we're a little concerned for some friends. I don't know if you recall the first time we came out here, there was that unpleasantness with the brown cloaks and those fellows out in the forest who are sort of starting to get a little too big for their britches.
I didn't bring anything fancy. I just brought fruit. And I start pulling out assorted various fruit out of my bag of holding, setting them on the table.
Jasper's side eye.
He's kind of like, all right, that's okay for now. We're at an acceptable level of politeness. It hasn't reached anything.
We're not in the danger zone just yet.
And fresh honey procured on our journey.
Honey, well, thank you very much. This will be quite the
Honey
spread
for the
then.
sweet baby, I know.
I honestly, Jasper, I don't think I remember that.
Right.
I remember when you came here. I remember that's back when Dakren was in deep trouble. I knew he'd come back. I knew he would, and he did.
Absolutely.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Things quiet here. Nothing strange or unusual.
Yes, everything's just the same as always.
Okay.
Dakren visits every once in a while, tells me about your adventures, told me about those forts that one of them was named after him. He told me all about that one.
Yeah, that was a mess. Yeah.
But yes, I can't complain. Everything's, Dakren takes good care of me financially, and not too much politics to worry about this far away from the big cities, so definitely can't complain.
Good to hear. All right. Well, yeah. As I said, we got some friends that went missing, so we're just sort of checking the area for them. But yeah, we'll probably go follow up with that, and then see you later on this evening. Probably hopefully do dinner.
Oh,
Because Hargis does consider Dakren a friend, he's going to do an investigation, just observation on his mom. Make sure everything's going as well as
Oh, is that what you're calling it?
Gotta check out.
Yeah, I'm always gritting the bump.
Okay, go ahead. Investigation, perception, insight, any of those would work. So
Now I rolled an 18.
Sorry.
what was this on? Investigation?
My Wi-Fi.
18?
Investigation, I'm seeing what my modifier is. For insight, I got a 1. I got +6 for investigation. So
Okay, what are you trying to investigate about Otelia?
make sure she's not hiding anything or offgating about, her well-being or conditions or
Okay.
anything.
The place looks clean. She looks very open and comfortable with you guys. Like, she doesn't look like she feels any need to hide anything from you. She trusts you and everything because Dakren trusts you. As far as that goes, nothing untoward. Everything seems fine.
Okay.
Actually, before we go, just because Jasper's curious about these sort of things, he would like to look at the potion of longevity. He'll toggle his detect magic goggles and take a look around.
It's non-magical currently, since it's just the flask. However, looking at it a little closer, it has like some runes that were engraved on the glass themselves, and it looks like they're empty now, but they were probably infused with magic to just sort of preserve the potion in its specific state. And it looks like that was a potion of longevity.
Yeah, interesting.
It has like it even has a fancy like glass cork even at the top, and stopper. So,
there any sense of how long that longevity would last or anything? Have I heard about those before?
There were 2 potions of longevity. Yeah, you guys have 2 potions of longevity actually that you got in one of the hordes. I think it was the last fort you guys were in.
I think we just gave him the Hargus because
I don't remember that at all.
I think we talked about it last week in our inventory thing.
What did you do with that?
That must have been right after.
But I mean, it was like one of the items. So anyway, you have 2 of them. They basically, you probably would have identified them at this point too. So, potion of longevity. It
makes you.
It reduces your physical age
aging
by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years. And so it looks like she got a pretty decent dose of it. Since she looks the same after 10 or 11 years since you've seen her.
Well, cool. Very cool. Okay, very cool. That's a big one. I haven't learned to make that one yet, so very interesting. Maybe I'll check into that.
I'll stick with Scotch.
Yeah. Not for myself. I'm just going to need to start slipping some of these into your Scotch Hargus to keep you around for a little longer.
As long as it doesn't have crickets.
No promises. That could be the key ingredient. You don't know.
If I ever seem confused, my Wi-Fi's acting up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see, from our end, you're not even like skipping or anything. At least
No, you've
not
been
that I
good.
can see. So.
You guys are skipping for me, so it's hard to say.
Dang it. Okay, hopefully it clears up. Anyway, Otelia is like, I will make sure that Lorelei, my maidservant, that she makes a good dinner for you boys tonight.
Appreciate
So
it.
come over near sundown and we'll talk more.
Absolutely. All right. Let's get going. I'm gonna do a little Overwatch once we get out. Just fly up and do a quick survey. Just see what I can see, if I can spot anything of interest from up in the air.
Okay. You look around over the trees. The canopy gets pretty deep towards the south. However, in the distance, you do see a tiny clearing. And a memory comes to you from 10 years ago during that day, and that you were day and night when you were dealing with the brown cloaks. That there was a statue in the middle of a clearing, and it was some sort of fey creature. You can't remember the specifics, but that you're thinking that might be where that statue might be. You just remember it was in the middle of a clearing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty hard to see. The trees are pretty thick, so you'd actually have to walk like through the forest to see more, closely.
And I'm trying to remember, what were they like following or misled by? There were relics that they found, and
They called it
the
Green Heart.
The Green Heart, right?
And you've heard the Green Heart's name in the past as sometimes a alternate name for the Tree Father, sometimes something different. It just seems to be kind of a nature spirit sort of thing that sort of more.
I should say it was some sort of wilderness spirit, but it was corrupted a little or something.
And then you also remember that you can't remember exactly what the statue looks like, but the word Stormwarden comes to you, and you remember that there was some sort of it was a statue of something called the Stormwarden, which was a demigod that you've heard of, and it's very shrouded in sort of hearsay and fairy tales. It's like, that forest is protected by the Stormwarden. Don't chop down the trees. Or, last time that happened, the woodcutters were all struck by lightning. Or their house that they use, or the house built with the timber from those trees, burned down unexpectedly, and that sort of thing. So that's pretty much all you can remember at this point.
All right, that's a pretty... Yeah, he'll fly back down, having sparked those memories. I think that's a good place to start, at the least, the clearing there. Stormwarden, that's a bit too coincidental, right? Right after a big storm, that thing that was maybe related to things in the past, that could be it. I mean, that could be it. It could be the Stormwarden maybe waking up or something. So, I hesitate to send another sending to Drogo and
Cyra.
What if you do, but you trick them? You make them think you want in, and then they tell you where they are.
I definitely have a feeling that there won't be any issue finding out exactly where they are. They said explicitly that they wanted to show me something. So
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe we start with of course, that big ride into town might have done away with that, but maybe we start with trying to get there somewhat quietly. I just couldn't resist the giant elk on the ride in. I'm not gonna lie.
The giant elk. Yeah, I wouldn't quite call it the.
He's so fluffy.
He is fluffy. I try not to stand behind him because one hoof to the face will end me.
That is 100% true. But yeah, I was dreaming about that last night as I went to sleep, hoping that I would get the giant elk today, and it's just amazing that it did.
Well, maybe you could. Maybe that dream journal of yours had something to do with it. Who just say?
That's good. That's a good point. Maybe. But anyway, I say we sneak our way in, just kind of take a look around, and then go from there.
I like it. I'm not stealthy whatsoever, so if we get spotted, I take full custody of the blame.
Well, you could ride on the elk. He's probably not that stealthy either, but...
I suppose that could work. I'll stand next to him.
Trying to remember how stealthy the giant elk is.
The elk
Probably
would probably get tangled in the trees. Like, the trees are...
like antlers.
I mean, it might make it through, but I would make some checks, and if it rolled poorly, it could get all tangled up in branches and, like, basically completely restrained. Like,
what? You're trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me that an elk the size of an elephant can't get through a standard deciduous apple grove forest? Come on, DM, come on.
With an antler span that's like just
it's gotta be 10 foot wide.
Yeah,
like a 10-foot wide
I
rack.
can play football with that antler span.
It's good. Surely you guys have done that at least once. Like,
I will instruct the giant elk to guard Tilia's front door until we get back.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll leave the boar. I'll leave the boar there for company. The giant spider will remain clasped to Jasper's back like a backpack. So it's just there on his back with the...
That is perfect because he's a gnome, so it's just like...
He's occasionally like using him like a yo-yo with the sweb. Up and down.
Yeah, it's just got these big old legs sticking over, just holding on. And Jasper keeps looking over at Hargus and smirking because he knows Hargus just can't take it.
All right, you make your way through the forest, and it's just about a 20-minute walk, and it's the undergrowth here is pretty thick and everything, so it's not the fastest speed walking through and everything, but only after about 20 minutes, the clearing kind of appears, amid the trees, and you see the statue, and sure enough, you see two figures kneeled at the side of this statue, sort of facing away from you, and they are in brown cloaks again. Same sort of cloaks. You get some deja vu as you remember seeing them sort of there at night worshipping this thing, thinking it was the green heart, and they're back at it again. And as you get a little bit closer, I guess make stealth checks. Are you trying to sneak up on them or talk to them?
I think we'll start from the periphery, trying to be stealthy, and then.
Okay, go ahead and make stealth checks.
Well, okay, the first roll was a crit. Let's see what the second one is. Okay, not bad. Pretty bad for me. Not bad. 11.
All right.
18.
That's
18.
18. And
18.
Jasper?
18.
Oh, 18 as well. Okay. Clank. Okay, so you guys, so the clearing itself is about 30 feet in diameter, I'd say.
Okay, not big.
A little oblong on one part and sort of thing. And as you get within about, I don't know, I'd say about 100 feet of the brown cloaks, one of them says, "Harbinger, you've come."
Of course.
Sorry.
Of course. I'll admit I'm a bit concerned about you guys.
They don't say anything. They just said, "Come closer."
Jazz takes point.
No, don't go closer.
Hey, do you guys want me to go up there and I can have a little chat with them and see how it goes?
Do we like these guys?
We don't want to kill them.
Something suspect about the way they're acting. I could just dominate.
But I want to chat with them first, because here's the thing, they're not the ones in control here.
Right.
They're the ones being controlled. So I'd like to chat with them a bit. If we're on the outside of the clearing, we're 30 foot away from them.
Yeah, did you make your way all the way to the edge of the clearing?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll fly up ahead and start approaching, and you guys just want to wait at the edge of the clearing, and I'll
That might be a
approach
plan.
and
I'll keep my peepers open in case there's a third element here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see Drogo and
Your eyes-
Cyra kneeling before the statue of the Stormwarden. And now that you look at it, you remember that this is what you saw before. The stone statue has like moss growing on it and everything. It's super old, like ancient. And it has the appearance of a fey centaur that looks like it has a
Right, it was
deer body, like a stag body instead of a horse. So it has like, the deer tail and everything and hooves. And its head has antlers on it. So it's like a fey centaur, elk centaur type thing. And there's
I
two
remember that.
torches that are burning next to it. And you just see the two brown cloaks, because that's what they are now. They're in cloaks that are brown again, and they're filthy again. And you hear Cyra say, "I'm sorry, Harbinger, but the Stormwarden is stronger than the Tree Father. We never stop hearing his voice calling us here. He promised us power, not just peace. We never stop hearing his voice. The rage, the primal fury, the energy. We never stop hearing his voice." And they turn around and look at you, and their eyes just look wild. And they kind of like pull their hoods back, and they just have these ratty, just horrible manes of hair that it looks like they've been out here longer than just a few days. They've got like sticks, caught in their hair. Drogo's got sticks in his like sideburns and everything.
You are aggressively dirty. You had to work for that.
And suddenly the statue's eyes crackle with a little bit of lightning.
Oh.
And you see the two of them kind of just... They have this look of almost like ecstasy on their face for a second with the crackle, and they're just like... And you see their hands with the dirty fingernails start lengthening into claws, and hair starts growing on Cyra's once a moment ago feminine arms, and they howl into the sky. And we're going to take a break real quick.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll initiative, and then when we come back from a break.
Sleep, my children, sleep.
You guys want a storm? I'll give you a storm.
You called down the thunder!
Oh my gosh! That's a nat 20 initiative.
Oh
No!
my god.
Wow.
How
This is
fitting.
your day. I love when things are poetic
Dude,
like that.
it was last time, too. The last time we did Swanbow.
Really?
I did... Well, I got the elk to start, which is a great day. You get the elk,
I can't
a great
believe that
day.
happens.
It comes so rarely.
Well,
normally
my
it's
friend.
just all giant weasels and boars, and admittedly the giant weasel was the hero in that last quest, but...
So what's your total on initiative? I'll go ahead and
20.
write that down first, and then we'll do... Okay, 23 for Jasper.
Yeah.
Wow.
Too funny.
And Shaz, what's yours?
I'm frozen again. Hold on.
Oh, he's frozen.
Give it a second. Give it a second.
Hargis, did you roll initiative?
Yeah, total of 7.
Oh,
rolled a
wow. The
Wow.
tables have completely
We reversed,
turned.
Target. We reversed.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Shaz, what's your initiative?
A solid 3.
Oh, wow. Even lower. Alrighty then.
Right, Shaz, you
Alright.
keep them. We
Well, shoot, I don't know what to do. I'm going first.
Everybody's in the initiative order, so let's go ahead and get started with this fight. Drogo and Cyra just howl into the air, just and then when they look back down, you see Drogo's halfling face is kind of like a snout, like a wolf snout, kind of, like halfway in between. It's very uncanny, and Cyra, despite being normally just a normal human woman, has extremely hairy arms, huge claws, and her lithe body is just like ready to pounce. So Jasper, what would you like to do?
I would. I guess in this moment, he's just gonna kind of default to factory settings and just guiding bolt them each one, just for good measure.
How close are you to them?
I would imagine like 15 foot away.
That makes sense.
He wouldn't get like right up on him.
Okay,
But
so
he's,
you
like,
guys are
approaching.
30 feet
Yeah.
away from him. He's 15 feet.
Yep. So I'll make the 2 attack rolls. I guess first one for Drogo, second one for
Cyra.
I was gonna get it. I was gonna get it this time. I
Go
probably
get it
wouldn't
next
have
time.
I probably wouldn't have gotten it. Oh boy, those are 2. Okay. A 17 and an 18.
Those both hit.
Okay. I didn't say what level I was going to do it at, but I was intending to do it at a level 3. So, if that's okay.
That's fine. Go ahead.
So that'll be 4.
Their eyes are also glowing white in the gloom of the forest.
All right, 20 points of radiant to each of them.
And they're both glowing brightly. Green.
And he will, from this position, he'll just fly another, 15 foot up in the air.
All right.
So he's got a little bit of an overwatch, and he'll take a look at the statue to see what it's doing during this.
Okay. The statue's eyes seem to be just sort of flickering white, kind of like their eyes. And it seems like they definitely have some kind of power that they're getting from the statue. All right. At this point, it starts to rain. It was a little cloudy before, but you look up and the clouds are already way blacker than they looked a couple minutes ago. And you feel cold raindrops start to fall on you. Drogo is going to go first. So it's kind of disturbing to see a wolf with like halfling proportions like this, but he's going to run forward. He's going to try and jump, and just with a leap, and just try and grab you. So I'll just give an athletics check. We'll say
Drogo was a human.
no. Drogo's a halfling. Cyra is a female human. So Drogo's gonna jump with an athletics. That is not. Let's see. That's a 14. I was gonna say 15 since you're 15 feet up. So he just and I'll say he makes one attack with disadvantage since it's pretty close. Yeah, probably not gonna make it. Yeah, 14 to hit. So he just tries to attack you. Cyra is going to back up, and she a blue flame appears in her hand, and she throws a blue flame at you, Jasper.
Yep, fair enough.
And that is a 17 to hit.
17. Oh, my own fault. I did not declare my bonus action last round like a dummy.
So it was a glance?
It is a glance, yeah.
Alright.
You know what? No, I'm in a shield.
Okay. So you shield, and the blue flame just burns up off you. Drogo and Cyra kind of split up a little bit, and then they notice the rest of you at the edge of the clearing. Cyra looks like she's going to keep focusing on Jasper, but Drogo looks at you and he's just like, just this little wolf-like humanoid attacking.
Actually, it would have been a straight hit if I had done my bonus action thing. Then it would have been a glance. With the shield, it misses either way. But
yeah. Okay. Also, at the end of his turn, Drogo regenerates 10 hit points.
Ooh. Even with the
regenerates, did you say?
Oh.
Yep, he
we might need some skill touches.
The bright white burn from Jasper's guiding bolt heals up a little bit, but Cyra's doesn't. Okay, that's Hargis' turn.
Okay. Enemies abound. I'm going to put on the one furthest away.
Nice.
Which
so
one?
the first thing you'll see is the back of its companion.
Okay.
This one, so I think that'd be Cyra.
Cyra? Okay. Wisdom save, right?
Intelligence,
I believe.
Yes.
That makes sense, because it's like kind of an illusory thing.
You can't discern.
Yeah, it's enchantment. Okay, so intelligence. That's an 11.
Ooh.
So Cyra looks even...
Wait, who do I hate again?
Huh?
It's just like, who do I hate again?
Yeah, so she's just looks up and then she sees this furry halfling next to her. She's just looks even more feral now. Okay, so Cyra is affected by that. Anything else, Argus? Inspiration or anything?
Inspiration on Jasper.
All right. Shads. What do you do?
Oh, it's my turn already?
Yep.
Okay, so we have the halfling and the other one. So one can do magic, but they got enemies abound on them. I'll just beat up the guy who just healed recently.
Okay.
So
I will charge forward. How close is he? I got a lot.
He's probably 10 feet away at this point because he saw you and started moving towards you.
Easy.
And just to clarify,
only
Drogo healed?
Yes. Drogo regenerated a little bit, but Cyra didn't seem to.
They got the enemies abound on them. Oh, sorry, guiding bolts. He's still glowing, right?
Yeah, so you have advantage on your first attack.
In that case, I won't use my fighting spirit because I can make this work.
Yep, save it.
Since I have advantage, I'm going to forego the advantage to use rapid strike. Which,
and then use fighting spirit to get advantage.
I don't think I can get the advantage back on it. I could do it for the rest of the attacks.
I don't know how the back and forth goes.
Let me read it quick. Once per turn,
you
take the attack action on your turn. You have advantage on attack roll against one of the targets. You can forego the advantage on that roll to make an additional weapon attack against that target as part of the same turn action. You can do this. I guess technically, as long as I get advantage from another source afterwards.
Advantage is advantage, so
yeah,
it would work.
And there's no
Thank you for
disadvantage to
clarifying.
cancel it. That would be
Yeah.
the thing.
Mhm.
If there was a disadvantage, it would cancel.
Yep, but you do have
Okay, it's kind of like I'm
advantage, so you can-
spending it. Okay, so I will forego the advantage and then reactivate advantage.
Okay.
So that'll be 4 attacks from me.
Solid plan. It's a solid plan, Captain.
Anyways. Okay, okay, that probably hits. Okay. 27?
Yep, that hits.
Let me just write down.
His AC is 16. You can tell.
Okay,
Just
hits.
some- And what are you attacking
Hits.
with? Your blade breaker, or
Yeah, I'm using my blade breaker.
okay?
The magic sword, if that helps at all.
Magic.
Anyways, they all hit because I love me. Do you want me to just calculate the damage while you go into the next turn,
All
or
hit because
Sure. So you do. So when you hit
Actually,
first.
not-
Oh, actually, wait. This might change it. So when you hit Drogo with your first attack and do damage to him,
okay?
he like howls in fury a little bit, and then he grows a little bit more bulky, a little hairier, a little more wolf-like, and his AC goes up a little bit. It goes up to 18. So I don't know if, or sorry, yeah,
Does it get
18.
any higher than that?
No.
Then I hit every time.
Okay.
Still.
So go ahead and just calculate the damage. While you're
Okay.
doing that,
It should just be 4d10 plus damage. It shouldn't actually be that hard. To
Oh,
calculate.
okay.
Hold on.
plus 20.
but Jasper, you're next, so get ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's that much, and then my modifier is +7 with the sword, so 4 times 7 is what, 28? It'll be 63 points of slashing damage.
3, wow. Okay.
His speed's reduced by 10 feet, if that helps at all,
Okay.
by the way.
So yeah, you slash just 4 great swipes against Drogo, wounding him in the leg as well, so that he's sort of hamstrung.
I will then back up with my mobile feats to avoid the opportunity attack, so that Kara has her fun with him.
Okay, sounds good. At the end of your turn, he is going to use 2 legendary actions to mauling pounce you. So he moves just with like superhuman speed and just lunges at you and just charges at you to make a claw attack against you. Oh, against any creature it moves past. So he actually moves past you and Hargis and just claws you both. So the first attack is...
No, if he's not under that effect, he didn't have to.
Yeah, it's Cyra that's under the effect, so this is the other one. Okay, so the first attack's against Shaz. Probably not. That's only a 17 to hit.
No, that glances off the armor.
And then the other one attacks Hargis.
And I'm assuming this
much
does not
higher.
provoke opportunity attacks.
Correct, yeah. Okay, the other one is a 30 against Hargis.
Oh dear.
So Hargis, you take 11 points of slashing damage and make a strength saving throw.
Already?
And
not
Jasper,
my
you're
best.
up next.
I think I forgot about the very significant level 16 feature.
Which one is that?
Higher time.
All right,
fact, I forgot about it.
15 for my strength save.
What was it?
15.
Not
And how
quite
many
enough.
points-
You get knocked prone by this feral wolf halfling, so you're
Okay.
prone now. All right, Jasper.
How many points did I take?
You took 11 points of slashing damage.
So it's on top of Hargis right now?
Yeah, it just like mauled Shaz and Hargis, and it's just sort of like raking both of them, like in a frenzy.
Okay. I am going to quicken a polymorph and zip down and with my action grab forgetting his name. Drogo.
Drogo.
Drogo. I'm going to grab Drogo. It's a giant, just in the air, giant mantis comes flying and reaches down and grabs him, and then full flight up into the air.
Okay.
I was 15 foot up.
As soon as you cast Polymorph, you hear a booming voice that says, "You dare think that you have the power of beasts on your side." Make a concentration check as he tries to break the spell.
Ooh. It's
DC,
coming at me.
15.
We'll find out. 14 on the die, plus 9, 23.
Okay, you're good. So yeah, you feel your concentration falter a little bit as something's trying to shake you out of it, but it doesn't work. And
I whisper back, "Adoy," and zip.
As much as a praying mantis can whisper. Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check for that, trying to grab Drogo.
Yes, that is the flying form. I should check that athletics real quick.
He only rolled a 14.
Alright, I've got a shot.
You have inspiration if you need it.
And I do have inspiration, and
That's
I
true.
will use it should I need it. Alright, so I've got a plus 3 to this. Alright. Not a great roll. I'm going to use the inspiration.
D12 or fine.
It is a D12, so I got a total of 15.
Okay, that's barely higher than what he rolled. He rolled a 14, so he's just scratching and clawing and everything, but you managed to just like take him up into the air.
Now, I said I was 15 foot up in the air, so 80 minus 15 is going to get me 65. So I fly 65 foot up into the air, and then I drop him.
Okay.
Slightly off to the side of Hargis. I don't want him to...
Falls on Hargis.
Right there.
So you still want him next to Hargis? Because he's in the edge of the tree line. You have like a big circle of ground to work with.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I'll drop him 10 foot in.
Okay. All right, so how far does he fall?
Yeah.
65 foot.
65. All right, so 6d10.
He's 6.
6d6.
Actually,
you go ahead and roll that. Roll the.
I'm only
66.
establishing it for the baddies, so you don't use it against us.
Not the D10 method. Yeah.
I mean, I can get scooped up just as easily by whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Well, if he's got, we'll see if that comes up next. So 66. Oh my gosh, that's 3 6s, 2 1s. So 18, 20, 25.
Okay.
So good.
As the wolf turns around as you let go of him, you see the wolf's face, and for just a moment it looks like scared, and it just says, "We never stop hearing his voice, Harbinger." And you hear the breaking of bones as Drogo is motionless on the ground over there.
Oh, he looks out?
Yeah. With the damage from Shaz and that, he's down. Okay, with that, there's a roll of thunder, and you kind of look around at your increased height, and you see some like flashes of lightning up in the cloud, and you're like, oh boy. And the rain seems to get a little colder as the smell of petrichor fills the air.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on Drogo's turn, he regenerates 10 hit points. You hear a bone snap into place, and he gets up, and he's just like, and he's just sort of looking around. Let's see, what would he do? Can't reach Jasper, so I guess he'll just rush over to Shaz, since Shaz did a lot of damage to him before. You haven't gotten hit yet, right, Shaz?
No,
okay.
not yet.
So he attacks you with a bite attack.
It's like an opportunity attack. I don't know how this works.
He's not over by you yet. It's a natural 1, so he misses with the bite. And then he's going to make a claw attack, which is a...
I don't think you're close enough, Hargis.
I know, I'm just grasping at straws.
Which is a 15 to hit. Probably not going to hit either. So yeah, he's just like attacking wildly and missing like crazy. All right.
Luckily, his height is a little helpful because he can't quite get to face area.
Yeah, it's just this short little like.
You know what's funny?
Short little.
I went through all that
teddy
thematic
bear type thing.
polymorphing, and my athletics as Jasper is actually better than my athletics as the giant eagle.
What? Are you proficient in athletics?
I'm proficient in it.
Really? I never knew that. That's so funny.
How strong is Jasper?
He's not strong, but he's proficient in athletics. So
I didn't realize so many of us were proficient.
well, I took it as my.
You got the
spot nimbleness.
whatever.
Yeah.
Spot nimbleness.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. So let's see.
Well, you can't carry and fly.
I guess Cyra is not sure who to attack since everyone looks like an enemy at this point, and so.
Well, I'm being attacked. So attack the aggressor.
Well, yeah, she doesn't really know who, so I'll do D4, just in the initiative order. 1 Jasper, 2 Drogo, 3 Hargis, 4 Shaz. 3 Hargis. So she just kind of looks around, she sees Hargis playing the harp, and she's just going to kind of go over there and throw a blue flame at him. Disadvantage because you're prone.
Oh, yeah, that works out.
Which saves you from a natural 20, and instead does a 13. So a blue flame just goes right next to you. And that's her turn. She kind of just gets mad at that, and she's like, and so she starts running towards Shaz and Hargis to get a piece of that brawl over there.
Magic.
All right, Hargis, you're up now. So
Don't throw my shillelagh.
okay. On which
I'm
one?
gonna whisper my hold on at her.
I heard
The one closest to me.
Okay.
So 18. Let me see what my 18 plus 6.
18 hits.
24.
So the shillelagh she starts growling as she's restrained by the shillelagh. Okay, that's your
And
action.
inspiration on Shaz.
All right, you can make one more attack too, I think, if you want to. I think you have an extra attack as a Valor Bard.
No.
No?
I don't. No, I wanted to throw Shatter, and I did this just as it seemed like a more appropriate thing to do.
Okay.
So
All right, so
I'll just throw
Shaz
a
has
You
inspiration.
really want to?
And
I'm
Shaz,
good
you're
for
up.
a dagger. I'll just throw a dagger. I
Okay.
can throw daggers, and I miss
Okay.
3.
So she falls prone, and it just goes just like right next to her in the dirt. All right, Shaz, what do you do? It's a little halfling wolf thing in your face. Well, on the ground.
You guys
scratching
are
at your
so
shins.
annoying, yet so unprepared.
Get stomping, lad!
Yeah, restrained helps. It gives me another advantage to use. So again, forego 1 advantage to get the extra attack.
Yep.
I'm reading it, and it's a great ability. Like, there doesn't seem to be any real drawback, because if you forego an advantage, the attack you get would have advantage depending on the circumstances. So it's basically just an extra attack. It's awesome.
Well, I see forego
Nice.
the advantage as
Enough.
meaning you just roll twice normal, right? Like without advantage.
Without advantage, if I have no advantage, whatever, I just use my normal attacks.
Right, but if you have advantage, you can attack normally, but you get 1 extra attack, right? It's just not with advantage?
With 1 attack, I forego using advantage to gain the extra attack.
So basic... Okay.
But if they are under, like, fairy fire, then that extra attack I gain gets advantage anyways.
Okay, I thought forego meant you don't get advantage on it, but that's fine.
For the one, it's weird.
Yeah.
I can reread it if you'd like.
That's fine, just go
I
ahead.
think it's a bit of a gray zone.
He only gets fairy fire on the second attack. The one he forgoes all advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. But it's
Yeah,
basically like
that's
rolling with advantage anyway once, and then both can
Once.
hit.
Exactly.
You know? So it's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Alright.
Anyways, I love being a samurai. Sorry, I delayed time. I will attack regularly against the lady, the guy, the halfling.
Okay. Drogo?
Yeah. Yeah, his AC is 18 now, right?
Yes.
He is prone also.
Oh, it's prone?
Yeah, he's prone. Well, no.
Oh, well, then I get it.
He got up on his turn and.
Did he have a turn? Oh, I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I missed.
Yeah, he's right after you.
His AC is 18 right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use Hargus's inspiration to make it not a glancing blow.
All right. So go ahead and roll damage on that.
I could have probably done that better.
If it's more than 10, then you down him.
We'll see.
Okay.
I can re-roll those, luckily. Yeah, it's more than 10.
Alright, so with that, you just cut him down and he falls to the ground.
Please stay down!
Okay.
And then I will light uppercut slice the lady 3 times.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm forgetting everyone's names.
Drogo and Cyra.
I have them written down, which is the worst part. Anyways, hit. Even if their AC increases, stall hit.
After the first hit, she gets more hairy as well, and her claws extend, and her snout goes out, and she turns more wolf-like as well.
Alright, well, I'm sorry for upping the AC, but they still hit. Yeah. Okay, good. Very nice.
You seem to be
I'm rolling
regenerating
great.
pretty rapidly, too.
They are.
She takes 47 slashing, and she's also slow.
47? Wow, okay.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Who's that moon sword?
So, yeah, she definitely is in her wolfish form now from that damage, and she's just like, there's blood on her, just screaming and howling terrifyingly. Okay, is that your whole turn?
Yeah.
What's the statue been doing this whole time?
Just crackling.
Just crackling?
Just chilling and crackling in the eyes.
Chilling and crackling,
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm not going to
That's your
do
turn?
bonus.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, Cyra is going to use a legendary action to make a bite attack against you.
At least it's disadvantage, right?
Why? Oh yeah, because she's restrained. Yep. So she's just like...
Got some vines on the muzzle.
Both were low. So yeah, 15. So she can't. She doesn't work. Alright, Jasper, you're up again.
How far apart are those two?
They're pretty close to each other. They're, I think, like 10 feet apart. Shaz is kind of in the middle of them.
I'm in the middle.
And Hargus is on the other side, closer to Cyra.
Okay.
I guess a little farther off because he used a ranged attack on him.
Well, for prudence sake, Jasper will fly down within 60 feet of the two of them. Seeing the damage they've taken, he's going to drop polymorph. And once he gets in range, he's going to twin another polymorph. And turn them both into snails.
Alright. As soon as you cast that again, you hear that voice go, "You mock my power. Your power is nothing compared to mine." Make 2 concentration checks.
2.
Wait, do you mind taking concentration on both? Is it 1 concentration for both?
It's one.
Technically, it's 1 spell.
Okay, so just 1 concentration check then.
Yeah. Okay.
And this time it's 17.
Oh, the DC.
Yes. It went higher. Like this like rattle in your head is harder than before.
That is a very bad roll. That's a 4 plus 9 for a 13. But I am going to use my favored by the gods to add 2d4. Oh no, wait, I can't. It's an ability check, not a saving throw. So I can't do favored by the gods, but I will expend a sorcery point to re-roll a failed ability check.
Okay.
So I'm going to re-roll that 4, and hopefully...
Wait, that's not an ability check, though. It's a saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw for concentration.
Yeah, it's like a concentration
saving throw. Okay,
so
so
you
it
can
is
use your...
I will use favored by the gods.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
go ahead.
2d4 coming in on that 14, and we'll see. It's a...
Pretty good chance.
It's not assured. It's not assured. Exactly 17. It's 3.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
17
so
exactly.
so you feel like the tree father resisting this for you and helping you concentrate. Okay, so they both make wisdom saves with a... what's the DC again?
21.
21. All right, we got that. So 21 DC. There's a slim chance they can succeed. That's a 20 for one of them,
Shit.
and a 13 for the other one. So yeah, they both turn into snails on the ground.
Okay. Great.
And you hear
All right.
just that voice, just like.
It's not my fault. You suck.
All right, so that's your
Not
action.
my fault.
Anything else?
That's the end of my turn, really. Can I activate my goggles as just look at the statue?
Yeah, that seems like it would be a bonus action.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I just kind of
Okay.
look and just be like, I think we have to deal with the statue.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
All right.
I hesitate
you
to
see,
destroy it without looking at it a little bit.
All right, you do detect magic on the statue. No specific school. It's just there's magic emanating from it. All right.
I've got a second.
After your turn, there is a thunderous blast of sound that just echoes through the grove. Like a flash of just bright white lightning from above, and it just goes. It's so loud that some of the trees around the edge just like shatter, like parts of the branches just get blown off from this. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
2. Dang it. 7.
Failure.
What's the DC?
19.
I'm gonna guess a 12 fails. So I'm gonna use
Yes,
Indomitable.
that fails.
19 for Jasper.
That's a failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Indomitable. Oh, much better. 26.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, Shaz is the only one who succeeds.
Oh dear.
Ooh, we're gonna take some damage.
So, not great on the rolls, so that's good. Alright, so Shaz, you take 7 points of thunder damage. You guys take 14 points of thunder damage, and you're deafened.
What?
But despite the being deafened by the thunder, you still hear a voice. In fact, it's just completely silent for both of you, but you can still hear a voice. All of you hear a voice. And it says, "You should not have returned here, tree disciple. This is my forest. These are my followers, and my will shall prevail." And the statue starts glowing dimly white, and 4 little balls of light sort of fade in, orbiting the statue. And the light reflecting off the statue, even though it's made of stone, gives it like a startling, like lifelike appearance. And with that, it is Snail's turn. They just sit there. And Hargus, you're up.
Move Micron.
So Hargus, there's 2 snails on the ground. Jasper's hovering in the air, covering his ears. You're
I'll
deafened.
take care of them. I'll take care of the snails.
Argus had already been planning to do this, but he was taking care of immediate threat, so I've already rolled for it. And as he's laying prone, he does this like old school pro wrestler appeal to the crowd, or he's got his hand up. You all know exactly what it is. He's about to call Shatter. So with this basso high note, he uses the punch phrase and brings his hand down, and Shatter comes booming down on the statue for 29 points of damage.
Alright, 29 points of damage. Okay,
That was a lot
completely
of
silent.
yeah.
A silent shatter since you're deafened. It's kind of anticlimactic, but yeah, just kind of...
I hear it.
Good thing I have natural tone.
Yeah, Shaz, you definitely hear it. Alright, so as soon as that happens... What did you say, 29 points of damage?
29 points of damage.
Okay. Let me pull up the the stats real quick. Constitution save, DC 18. Okay.
It's disadvantage, right? May stone? I don't know.
All right. So Constitution save.
It's disadvantage to save.
All right. So those 4 balls of light just disappear.
Oh, good one, Harness.
Yeah.
They just sort of go and just disappear. However, the statue succeeds on that save, and so it only takes 14.
Inanimate object stone
14.
takes doesn't have a they have disadvantage for saves, I believe.
That's true.
It does have disadvantage on the save if it didn't make the save with disadvantage.
Why did it have disadvantage?
If creatures made of
oh, that's true. That's true. Yep, I'll roll again. Yeah, in that case, it does fail.
Nice.
So 29 points of
Hargis.
damage.
Thanks, Shad.
Okay, so yeah, you see flakes of stone. You see flakes of stone blow off of the statue, and cracks appear, and the cracks are glowing white. And with that, it is okay. So that's the end of Hargis' turn. The wind starts picking up, and now if you fly, it's difficult terrain in the air.
Oh, inspiration on I guess Jasper.
Jasper can't hear you, so
Can you?
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, you're deafened, and so he can't hear you for the inspiration. He's just sort of like. Okay, so let's see. With that, it's Shaz's turn.
I'm surrounded by snails.
Well, I mean 2. Jasper said
2
he'd
more
take care
than
of
them. Yeah, if you're gonna take care of them, I'm not gonna bother with them. Okay, we got a pretty lifelike statue, huh?
It's looking.
I think by 6 intelligence will prevail here. I will assault the statue.
Okay, go ahead and make your attacks.
I'm not gonna do anything fancy, just 3 attacks. Well, I probably should have done something fancy. The first one's only a 14.
Tink! Doesn't hurt it.
Second one, however, is a 19, which my Butcher's Bib is very useful for.
Yes, that does
It's a
hit.
crit. For, that's 34 damage on the second hit.
Okay, you take 27 points of lightning damage as it just goes.
Nice. Nice one.
That hurt a lot.
Got that hellish rebuke.
That was a big chunk out of the stone, though.
big chunk chip.
Oh, so like maybe it's a certain damage amount. Well, there's only one way to test that.
So that was 2 hits. Do you have more?
I do. Cause I'm gonna
Oh wait, you
fight
missed
spirit
once,
again.
and then you hit with the second one, and then you're doing fighting spirit.
I have
too.
1 attack left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fighting spirit to make it 2 more attacks.
I don't think you have. Oh, so basically, that is you can either get advantage or attack an extra time. Is that kind of how that works?
If I have advantage on any attack, I can forego 1 advantage to gain an extra.
Okay,
attack.
you don't have
Now,
advantage
one
on attack rolls against the statue, so.
I'm using fighting spirit, which gives me advantage.
Okay, that was my question. Okay, that works.
Yeah. I do have to make 1 attack normally, so we'll see.
Go for it.
Yeah, that probably misses because it's only a 15, but I still
Yeah,
get a
that
hit.
misses.
Oh, that has advantage. 20 something. 26.
Yep, that hits.
12 damage.
All right, that's enough. You do take 25 points of lightning damage as you hit it again. but when that happens, there's another thunderous blast of thunder that you go flying like 15 feet backwards. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Well, strength saving throw.
Yeah, I'm better at those.
Yeah. See if you land on your feet or if you fall prone.
20.
Okay. You're good. So another blast appears. No
back,
damage
like,
this time, but it was still pretty loud. And yeah, you get flown back.
It was 15. It was 15 feet. You said?
Yeah, 15 feet away from the statue.
Sorry, you said 15 feet?
Yes.
I don't need to do that. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Sorry, you guys keep pausing for me. It's hard to tell.
Okay. So, as you sort of like you land on your feet and you look up and lightning is just surging all over the statue and it's like starting to move like a bad stop motion animation, like just very jarring and stuff.
Good one.
And then it just sort of flexes and stone powder flies off of this mangy, wiry furred creature, and you see now that it is the avatar of the Stormwarden himself. You see the elongated fey face, a beard that seems to be made of grass, those big antlers that are actually crackling with lightning energy between the prongs, and just black fur that has these glowing white tattoos all over his body. And he just looks at you furiously, and he's just like, "You're finished. This is your last return, or this is your last chance. Return to the trees and leave my domain." He looks up at all of you when he's saying that, just one at a time, just like, "This is your last chance."
Does he look
repeating himself?
All right, and that's the end of your.
Hold up, he's
turn,
in a
I
new
think.
form now.
Yes.
I'm going to action surge.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
It's just like, you fool! You let down your defense. And I charge in. I start hacking him.
You should have waited till my turn was over, dummy.
You broke him out of it. It wasn't his choice. You broke him out of his shell.
That's awesome.
25 to hit.
That hits. He has an AC of 18.
20
now.
higher. Crit. Love that last one.
Alright.
And I will add an Orcish Fury die to do a little more damage as well. Okay, so that'd be 3 hits, 1's a crit, so let me just do the math. So that'd be 3 there, 1 is 10 though, so 10 plus 7. You gotta do what you like, I'm just gonna be in the background here.
Jasper, you can start taking your turn if you want to wait.
Is that?
While Shaz is calculating that, you can take your turn if you want.
Jasper?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you see Shaz just and just kind of fly back, and then you see just this shake off of these flakes of stone, and you see the actual flesh and blood avatar of the Stormwarden, glowing white eyes, crackling antlers.
It was a prison.
I'm glad we didn't destroy it last time.
It worked out. He said, "Spider, get those snails to safety." And the spider drops off his back, scoops up the 2 snails, and scampers into the forest far away.
Oh, did you make a concentration check when you took that thunder damage, by the way?
How much was the thunder damage?
It was 14, I think.
14.
So it's a pretty easy one.
I did not make the concentration.
Okay, make sure there's still snails.
Okay, I hit 3 times. Do I get shocked more, or...?
Nat 20.
Alright, yeah. Child's play.
I really would have wished that nat 20 for something else, but... yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do get shocked. It's not as much now, though. It's just kind of psst, psst.
Okay.
So, how many times did you hit?
I hit 3 times.
Okay, so you take a total of 12 points of lightning damage for all 3 hits, yeah.
How you doing, Spurt?
And
It's
how
better
much
than
damage
25
did you do?
per.
Yeah.
You give me 12, I trade you 63.
63. All right. He does not take 63. He takes 31. Seems to be resistant to the damage.
I will mention, however, since I crit him, does he have any weapons?
Nope. Now that you see, like, before it was like a statue that, you know, it was a very good, well-chiseled statue, but it was, like, worn and that sort of thing. Now that you see what he was supposed to be depicted as, one of his hands is normal, like it's like a normal, you know, human hand. The other one is like a gnarled tree root with, like, a claw at the end of it.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that looks like a weapon.
I didn't have any armor or anything.
No.
Perfect.
No armor.
However, since I crit him with my slasher feat, he has disadvantage on any attack roll he makes until the start of my next turn.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I grievously wound him, essentially.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, so Jasper verbally commands...
Wait, before Jasper goes, he's going to make a legendary action.
Good call.
And he's going to attack you.
I'm going to bonus that. I'm not done with my turn.
Okay, tell what else now?
I'm going to bonus action heal.
Alright, yeah.
Good call,
second
good
wind,
call,
very
good
good. Alright, so yeah, as a legendary action, he's going to make one antler attack against you. Which
I heal a lot. I heal 25. It's one attack worth.
18 to hit, which I think
does not hit.
Does not hit. Yeah, 23. Okay, so yeah, he tries to.
It's only 20 now.
Oh, 20. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so yeah, he tries to like rear down and stab you with his electric antlers, but it does not work.
Electric antlers.
Okay, yeah, they're like like between the prongs. Okay, now it's your turn, Jasper.
Yeah, so Spider drops down, scoops up the two snails, runs into the forest, getting...
I couldn't second wind because I used Fighting Spirit, never mind.
Okay, mark those. You can put that amount of hit points to the side if you want, but
yeah,
okay,
you don't have it yet.
I appreciate it.
Jasper, as it goes scampering off into the forest, Jasper yells at the manifestation of this creature. I'm still open to letting you go. Choice is yours, and otherwise we're going to hurt you bad. And he'll throw a bunch of acorns up into the air that start just like glowing with radiant, terrible power. And one of the acorns circling him just goes straight at him to attack.
This is Crown of Acorns.
Crown of Acorns, yep.
I love it.
Or a 22 to hit.
22, yes, that hits.
Right.
I'm so drawing you flying in the air with acorns and stuff. That's gonna be great.
So why is he a threat? Shoots an acorn at them. Village destroyed. Oh!
For 22 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Very nice.
He only takes 11. He's resistant to that
Ooh,
damage.
a lot of resistance.
Resistant to radiant. Alright, and then Jasper is gonna, from where he is, zip up 20 foot up into the air.
Alright. Okay, it is... so as... as you go up higher and you kind of look up above you, the storm is swirling like right above you. Like you see it just swirling right above you.
And you said it was difficult terrain, so
yeah, so you can only go 10.
It's like 10.
Yeah,
so,
it's just
he'll stop 10 foot off the ground then. Yeah.
Also, your deafness fades at this point too.
Okay.
You and ours.
So
yeah, you're just like your little mantis wings are like. It's hard
nasty
to,
up there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go up that high.
And it's swirling right above you. Like this is clearly the center of the storm. Everyone. It's good that you got the snails out of there because they probably only have one hit point. Everyone in this area who doesn't have cover from the trees takes 6 points of acid damage. As this rain, it was just cold before, but now it's starting to hurt. It's like this little acidic raindrop. So all of you take 6 points of acid damage.
Alright, I'll make my con save.
And now it is the Stormwarden's turn.
Did I miss my turn?
Nope, it's not your turn yet. You're you're next, though. Okay, so Shaz just had a really long turn. Okay, so the Stormwarden is going to make 2 slashing attacks with his gnarled root hand. So disadvantage, yeah.
Yep.
So first one is 17. Second one is 12. That disadvantage really helped.
Previously wounded.
He's going to use his bonus action to regain 10 hit points.
Hey! I work hard on those.
So yeah, you see him just kind of focus a little bit and one of your wounds closes. One of his wounds closes. And then, last of all, make a strength saving throw. Oh, wait. Let's see here. How far away are you then, Jasper, in the air?
10 foot.
Oh, just 10 feet. Okay. So he looks up at you, Jasper, and his root arm crackles with lightning, and he's like, "Get out of my grove!" And a line of lightning zaps up to you, and you feel it tug on you. Make a strength saving throw.
Is that considered a spell?
You're not sure. It seems to be magical, but he doesn't chant any words or anything.
I'll leave it be.
My strength saving throws shall be shocked to find are not terrific. I have a feeling I'm going to be giving him a hug here soon. Alright, here we go. 9!
You take 22 points of lightning damage. Make your concentration check on the thing, and he pulls you right up next to him.
Hi, Jasper.
Hello.
And you see his just horrible face that just looks mangy and haunting, as a mixture between beast and fae.
You smell poorly.
That is all his actions for the turn, and that's his turn.
Okay.
So now it's Hargis' turn.
Hargis does his go-to.
You said that was 22 points of lightning?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna absorb elements.
Okay.
As he seems to be coaxing these golden globules, he sends them towards the creature. And as they go towards him like a dart, they pound him for 89 points of damage.
Okay, what did they roll?
Okay, I can roll that. If you want me to roll to hit...
I just need to make sure, because you can't... Well, you didn't even ask the AC, so do you know that they roll higher than an 18?
I rolled the damage and I forgot to roll.
Okay, so make sure to see how many hits. So he has an AC of 18.
Yeah, and I got it set up so I can subtract.
Okay, perfect. I was going to say, you can divide
I
that
if
you wanted. But...
I don't know why, I was just so anxious to play, I guess.
Okay, I have a calculator if you'd rather just do an average of how, their attack, but up to you, since you're already rolling.
Let me see. Well, let's just do that on this one, because I messed up on rolling to hit.
So their bonus to attack is what again? 8?
Yeah. Plus 8 to hit.
Okay, 8 to hit. And how many of them are there?
I have 14 of them.
14.
I rolled it at 7th level.
Okay, so half of them hit. So we'll just take half that damage, which was 89, so 45.
89.
Okay, so 45. And he is resistant to that damage. So he only takes 23.
Are we rounding up with damage now?
Rounding down. So 44, you're right. Okay.
I just added up all the damage.
Okay, and let's see. How many hit points do these coins have?
Let me look it up again. No, they don't have a lot.
It's like 14, 15 or something.
That would still be a lot.
I just had it up. They have
tiny objects for
20 hit points.
20. Wow, these are really. I don't know why you'd ever want to do a large creature. It's much better to just do storms.
Yeah,
they're really generous with that. I would have been 5 each or something. Okay, so each of them lose 6 hit points as they go pss, 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 like lightning shocks them. So we'll say so, but they're fine for now. It wasn't very much. So he's just and just kind of waving them away and stuff. Anything else on your turn? You can hear again, so you can do...
For, I guess, Shaz.
Thanks.
Okay, inspiration for Shaz. Alright, as a legendary action on his turn...
What do I need to hit him, by the way?
What'd you
And
say?
I like to pre-roll this stuff, so you don't have to watch me do it.
18 is his AC. Alright, so, let's see here. As a legendary action, he's going to use all 3 of his legendary actions to do Screaming Gale. So, Shaz and Jasper make strength saving throws.
Fair enough.
Still gonna fail. Got a 13.
Does a 17 fail?
Yes.
I will use Indomitable again then. Does a 19 succeed?
19, no, it fails.
I will use my inspiration.
Alright, whatever you roll, it works. It's DC 20.
I rolled a 4.
Alright, so Jasper, you get knocked 20 feet away.
Away from him?
Yes.
Okay.
So he pulls you close, and then there's you take 12 points of thunder damage and 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. Just ooh, ow, ooh, like rolling away. Shaz, you only take... How much thunder damage did I just say?
Well,
Was it 12? Okay, so
Yeah.
Shaz, you take 6 points of thunder damage. Only one of those coins succeeded, so they take the 12 as well, which means 7 of them die. So, Hargis, 7 of your coins just get dented and flung off and just turn back into coins again. So you still have 7 left.
Where'd they take damage from?
He did like a thunder wave type thing, and only one of them succeeded on it. So it was a DC 20. So 7 of them turned back into coins. You still have 7 bees left around him, though. And that was all 3 of his legendary actions for the round. And that was Hargis' turn? Yeah, so Shaz, you're up.
well, he's hurting my friends. I don't much appreciate it.
How much cared for that, sir?
So you can imagine that I'm going to use my last fighting spirit, get more temp HP. That's my last one, I will warn everyone. And I'll do rapid strike. Who would have thought? First attack is a crit. I love me. Anyways. Second attack hits. Third attack hits. Fourth attack hits. Man. I'm gonna calculate again, so.
Okay. As a reaction, when you do that, he's going to do Thunderous Rebuke. So make a Constitution.
He does have disadvantage.
This is a saving throw. So make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It's like Hellish Rebuke, but not quite as hellish.
Okay, I only got a 14.
14. All right, that fails. So
Actually,
go ahead and
12.
roll your damage. Jasper, you're up next.
Is this considered a spell?
Yes, this would be a spell.
Okay, I actually have advantage because of Mage Slayer.
Okay.
I still fail. It's only a 13.
Okay. So you fail. You take 13 points of thunder damage, and you cannot take reactions until the start of your next turn.
That's actually really annoying.
So you're just like, oh, God! Like just this out of nowhere boom from his body. He's just like, ah!
He does have disadvantage on attack rolls again, just to warn you.
From the crit? Okay.
Yeah. I grievously wound him again, just the same spot. Like, you don't need that rib bone, do you? Anyways, turns out he needs
Go
it.
ahead, Jasper.
All right. So the last thing that happened is Jasper took some damage.
So you're 20 feet away from him. You just like rolled, boom, boom, boom. And you're prone on the ground 20 feet away from him.
Right. And his spider had run out of the circle, I think 45 foot total from where he was.
Yeah, the spider's pretty much safe at this point.
Yes. Well, the spider's probably not safe because Jasper failed his concentration check for 22 points of damage.
Oh no, okay.
The spider is facing down two discombobulated were-creatures. Somewhere in the forest is what's happening with the spider. Jasper feels his concentration break, and he will... Yeah, he's just gonna... He doesn't know what to do yet. There's no enemies in sight, so he's gonna...
Besides the Stormwarden.
He's gonna what? Side with the Stormwarden?
Besides the Stormwarden.
Yes, right, exactly. So, no, additional. So yeah, he'll bonus action give him a crown of stars, and action give him a chill touch, so he doesn't keep healing. So.
Okay.
So here's the crown of stars coming at him. 18 on the die.
And glancing blow from the acorn.
No, 18 on the die.
Oh, yeah. That definitely hits.
A 31.
Yeah, that's a glancing blow. No.
And here's the chill touch following up.
I finished my damage.
Oh, good.
All right, how much was it?
75.
75 reduced to
Oh, that reduction, you bastard!
37, I think. Right? 37.
Yes.
Okay, 37. And you hit how many times? 4? 3? Shaz, how many times did you hit again?
I hit him 4 times.
4 times. Okay, you take a total of 8 points of lightning damage.
Not bad.
Okay.
2 per hit, not bad.
He's got quite a bit of blood on him now from that. That was even though this is like the toughest fur that you've ever cut through. Like he's resistant to all your attacks and everything, even with a magical blade, which is really frustrating. But he's starting to like blood is like dribbling, mixing with his drool and stuff as he's just baring his fangs. Okay, so Jasper, what was your
26 radiant damage and 13 necrotic damage, and he can't heal.
Okay, what was that total?
Total 39.
39 reduced to 19.
20 or 19.
Is it 19? Okay. Yeah. Alright, so yep, resistant to necrotic and radiant.
And radiant. That's... Tell him he's cheating. DM, tell him the bad guy's cheating.
He's a demigod.
Tell him he's cheating. And Jasper...
I will say, he's not resistant to everything.
Yeah.
Alright.
So he's kind of a liar.
Look at him again and go, your time's coming to an end. It's your last chance. You can go someplace safe, but it's not here.
I extend the same invitation to you. Stay and die in the storm, or flee.
Alright, you're gonna die.
Alright, so now it's, and even as he says that, you hear the crackle of electricity from above as lightning starts striking from the sky. Shaz, Jasper, Hargus, and I don't think he would target the spider in the forest. I don't think he would care.
I don't think he even noticed the spider in the forest.
You're insignificant. Okay, so all of you make dexterity saving throws.
What's the DC?
20.
I fail.
You get struck by lightning.
With my metal armor and lack of dexterity, I can't really do...
Oh yeah, you would have had a disadvantage anyway, so...
Dang it. 15 on the die, I still fail.
How do you like having high saving throws to beat, Jasper?
I don't care for it at all.
Okay,
I rolled a 15 with modified. So
what's your modifier? I think bards aren't they proficient in...
It doesn't affect saving throw. Oh, they are proficient in dex saves.
I think they are. Yeah, charisma and dex.
I have a really good dex save. It's +9.
Yeah, so you succeed, I think.
+9, it's 15.
Okay, this was a
Oh,
this is a
15
lot
total?
of twos.
Total.
So you guys are kind of
15 total.
I'll take
15
it.
total.
I'll take it.
All right, so 31 lightning damage to Jasper and Shaz. There's a lot of
Sounds like a
twos
great time for
rolled.
absorb elements.
In this 10d6, there's so many twos. So 31 lightning damage to both of you, 15 lightning damage to you, Hargus. And it's the Stormwarden's turn.
Gonna absorb some of those elements for sure.
Let's see.
Shaz just like, oh, is that what my skeleton looks like?
So he's going to try one more time to attack you, Shaz. With disadvantage.
Well, he's gonna have a hard time with that dislocated whatever.
Uh-huh.
The biology of a half deer, half god, half man, half magic is a little concerning to me. So I just hit him.
Okay, so he attacks you. It's a 13. He's tired of dealing with you and your armor. So he gallops away from you and just decides to attack Jasper. He uses his bonus action to regain 10 hit points and nothing happens. As the black hand swirls around him, he's just like, oh! And we'll say that's what makes him attack. Jasper's just like, you tree disciple.
Throws an acorn at his eye.
And so Shaz is too jolted to make an opportunity attack, so instead he rushes to you, Jasper, and makes one of his rooted claw attacks. That's 20 to hit.
He's still wounded. It might work out.
20 will hit because I used my reaction already.
Okay. You take... Ooh, I never get to roll d12s. This is fun.
Grab it.
Oh, come on. A 1 and a 3 on a d12? That's just... that's not fair.
Hey, I've had some...
Oh, there's a 12, though. That's good. So, 12. You take 22 points of slashing damage as he slashes you with his root arm. And it just hurts so bad to have a tree-like appendage hurting you after all this. It's a mockery of your god.
It really does hurt.
As his last action, he's going to... No, I think that's all he can do. Okay, but he gets his legendary actions back. Okay, Drogo and Cyra spend a turn killing the spider.
No.
Alright, I'll roll for him. Yeah, that's a 19, so...
Misses.
Sure, it's a little spider.
What's their damage?
You seriously want me to roll this?
I gotta check to see what his HP is.
Alright.
In fact, does he go on my turn?
A tarantula has more than, 3 hit points?
Giant spiders do.
I mean, giant, but I think giant is, large, right? This is still tiny.
Well...
Oh, they did roll crap on their damage, so maybe it's still alive. 7 points of slashing damage.
I believe he is still alive after that.
Okay, well that's just the first attack, so I guess I'll roll the other ones.
Let me check the giant rat stats for HP and make sure I'm not giving myself too much as an exchange.
I think a giant rat has
a giant rat's medium, right?
No, it's small.
Small. Okay, is the
giant rat isn't small. It is small.
It's still giant for a rat. I mean, this big is a big rat,
Every rat my wife sees is giant. So
the spider's gone. That's fine.
Okay, so just poof, and then they're just like, and then they.
There's a problem with how they name things in this game. A giant rat is small, but a giant spider starts off considerably smaller than any rat. Is huge. It's just nonsense. Okay.
Large.
Yeah, I should have called it a...
all perspective.
Yeah, it's all perspective. And an elk,
It is, but it's wrong perspective. Giant rat, right?
Yeah.
Is a creature
Giant
that starts
spider.
off
It should be
not
one.
bigger
It should
than
be
the
one
spider.
size category higher.
There's a panic
That would make sense.
Cousin.
Well,
All right, so
maybe the names should that are
Any spider
board, so the giant need floors or something.
All right, so the two the brown cloaks kill the spider and then spend the rest of their turn just rushing back, and they just enter the clearing. And you see now they're fully in their wolf forms. They're just hulking. Well, Cyra is. She's like hulking with like a lot of fur, and then there's a little one next to her and stuff. Looks like a big werewolf with a werewolf cub next to it, basically.
Right.
And they arrive and just like howl. You see that Drogo is starting to regain his hit points again. So he's up to 20 now that he's out of his snail form. Okay.
What do we do with that sword, magic sword from killing Alexia, the witch?
Hargis, you're up. It's your turn.
Okay. With the remaining, I usually take off the bees that when I roll a 1 on them, take them off. So I'm down to 4, and I did 24 points of damage.
All right, 24 reduced to 12, and how many of them hit?
4.
All right, those 4 get shocked to death. Just ding, 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 and they fall down. So now you have 3 left. And that was 12 damage, right?
24 points of damage.
All right, reduced to 12. Got it. All right. Anything else, Hargis?
I
think you have an action, right? That's
actually, I'm going to snatch up my shillelagh.
okay. Yeah, it's just on the ground, still wrapped around like an invisible form of Cyra, and so you pick it up again. But yeah, you have your action because I don't think it takes your action to command your coins. So
well, one of the it's a extra action. Then I'll chunk it at the approaching werewolves again.
Can you use that more than once a day?
I can use it as many times as I can throw, as far as I know.
Okay, so it's not a that.
I don't think we put charges on it. Yeah.
Let me check just in case. That seems like pretty good for something that Jasper just used.
We might have 3. We might have 3 charges on it.
Let me check here.
It's never been an issue. I don't think I've ever used it.
We've only ever used it
3
once.
charges. 3 charges. So this is your second charge. Yep, we did specify that. Okay, so the second one you go ahead and throw it. Go ahead and roll your attack.
19 plus I think 9.
Oh, easy. Okay, so which one do you want to? Which one do you want to grapple? The halfling wolf or the feminine wolf?
Probably the bigger one.
Okay, so the female wolf gets grappled.
Whichever one's closest, actually.
Okay, they're both kind of the same, but yeah, you can grapple her. Okay, so it wraps around her and just she falls to the ground. Just all right, so that's your turn. The Stormwarden is going to use a legendary action at the end of that turn to try and gore Jasper with his antlers.
Still disadvantage. I don't know what to do.
Even with disadvantage, he gets a 22 to hit.
I'm just trying to avoid crits here.
I would like to shield.
I think you used your reaction, right? Because he just had his turn earlier, and you said you couldn't. Because you used absorb elements. So yeah.
I'd like to now, though.
Well, you used it. You'd like to. I'm sorry. Okay, so you take. All right, you take. Where is it? Oh, never mind. It's not D12s, so it's not quite as good as this slash. All right, you take 13 points of piercing damage, and 5 points of lightning damage. And then it's Shaz's turn.
We looking all right, Jasper?
Nope.
You see little Jasper, and he's just like, just like goring him with his horns and slashing him, and just like, die, true disciple.
I will now use my second one.
Okay.
Which I heal a good amount, actually, as I'm not sure how I heal the lightning burns. I kind of like bite down into one of my nerves, and it like kickstarts the rest and works properly. And I'm like,
it's more you just regenerate like fighting stamina and stuff.
Work better, neurons.
It's not like Far Cry where I just snap things into place and just rip bullets out of my leg. It's like I'm fine. Yeah. Burn a cigar on my hand.
How are you and Vargas looking?
I'm looking actually pretty good. I'm still above 100 now that I've healed.
Hargis has
down
been kind of
about
Hargis has been kind of a support role, but he's been taking environmental damage.
Yeah.
But the wolves are chasing him, so
I think I'm going to focus on the big bad before we focus on the wolves. I charge over, and I will attack 3 times.
okay.
Yeah, I'd really love to not do that. The miss. That's a glancing blow. That's a hit.
All right. So I'll say that the lightning damage you take is also a glance because it's kind of, you know.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So you
I'll take
take half of those 2. Okay, so 3 points of lightning damage total from those 2 hits.
Okay, so 14, so 7,
Okay.
and 16, so 16. And
okay.
he's a
Because
little
it was
slower, but I doubt that helps.
So wait, that was another crit.
No, I just got hit on the second one, the third one.
So 16 reduced to 8, then, right?
Right, because he has resistance.
Got it. Okay.
So my original 7 would be 3.
Okay, he's looking awful at this point. Like his fur is drenched with blood, and he's just like in a fury, like just going
That's
crazy.
a shame. I took 3 damage, you said?
Yes, 3 points of lightning damage.
That's
Oh, he'll do a
frustrating.
thunderous rebuke again. So make a Constitution save.
Oh, my reaction.
That's his reaction
Oh,
too.
really?
So might be good for
Yeah,
Jasper to
my
run
con-
away.
Con save?
Yes.
Fuck, I fail.
All right. So you take.
Oh, wait, it's a spell. I can advance.
Oh yeah, that's true. You could also counter it if you wanted to. You have that counter spell, right?
You know what? Would you allow me to?
Yeah.
I've
If you have
already
your
rolled,
reaction.
But yeah, sure, one. I'll use. I'll be like, you brought a little girl. It's like, all right. It's like, all right, double god team up, and I use Tuoldir's tribute. I'm not sure if that could. I'm not sure what level spell it is, or.
It's just baseline at 3rd level, right?
Okay, that's dispelled then. Well, mine's baseline 3rd. I don't know.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Roll a d20.
A total of 14. Wait, no, I have to. Wait, I have to re-roll because I was rolling for a con save. So I'm just gonna re-roll because I was rolling originally for con saves and I re-rolled that. I don't know. No, it doesn't work.
Was it a natural one?
I got less than 10. So
Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, you weren't able to dispel it. Your god's presence just can't come here. Like a avatar of a demigod is drowning it out.
There's a lot of fights going on right now.
Exactly.
I'm just busy.
That wasn't very much damage though. On 2d10s, you only take 5 points of thunder damage. But you do lose your reactions, which
well,
you
I
just
already
used
used
it
my
anyway.
reaction,
So
joke's on him.
Yeah, joke's on him. It did basically nothing. So yeah, just 5 points of thunder damage, and that's it. All right. So how much damage? You already told me the damage. Okay, so he's super wounded.
Yeah, not a little less this time.
And all right, that's your turn.
Yep, I don't have the extra action surge just yet, so that
All right,
all I can do.
Jasper. The Stormwarden is occupied with Shaz right now. He's not going to do an opportunity attack if that's.
He sees him swing towards Jazz, and Jasper just flies opposite direction of the 2 other guys running in from the forest line. And as he's going, he quickens a heal on himself and gets himself a good one of those good heals, level 6 heal, because he was down to 13 HP.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was pretty low. And as he's flying back after that, he, as the action, because of the quickened heal, he pops off a chill touch.
Okay.
So we'll see We'll see if that chill touch hits. Come on.
As a note, I'm fine if you just cast a spell instead of a cantrip. The more I play Baldur's Gate, I'm like, this is the way it should be. Like, the cantrip rule is stupid. So if you want to do that, I'm totally
I've always homebrewed it that way.
I'm fine with that if you want to do something else.
Yeah. In that case, as he's flying back,
we were in a very magical world.
Is anyone else near him, or
Shaz is right next to him, but you can.
You want to hurt me?
In that case, guiding bolt.
We've been through it together, Chad.
Yeah, guiding bolt. He'll give him that level 5 guiding bolt. Then.
All right.
Give him something tasty. All right, here we go. Rolling to hit. 16 on the die. 29 total.
16 on the die. All right. Yep, that hits.
So that's going to be 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8d6. 9.
This might be the kicker.
13. 16. 1. 4. 29. 33 points of radiant damage.
33? So that's 17. Which is enough to push him over the top. So the radiant bolt hits him, and there's this shockwave that just goes throughout the entire grove. You guys, let's see, where does... Shit, this is a big document. Where did I... Oh, okay. So there's a shockwave that flies through the grove. Jasper, your mantis wings disappear and you fall to the ground. I don't think you're too high up because it was difficult anyway. So you just kind of
going straight sideways.
Your wings disappear. The rest of Hargus's coins just go whoop, tick, 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 and just fall down. Everything else magical just dims, and hailstones just batter the ground, just start falling from this horrible storm from above. You all take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the hail as it falls down. The centaur-like monstrosity's fur is smoldering and mangy, and he's just like panting hard and staggering about. The tattoos are like dim at this point. The lightning's not crackling in his antlers anymore, and he's just like, "Your god has demonstrated his power against me this night, but it's too late for him to save the people of Swanbow. If they will not be my cult of followers, then I will raise up the Annihilating Tempest." And he starts like floating into the air. It's like he's it's almost like he's like climbing an invisible staircase with his hooves, like just like on the wind itself. "I will tear the souls from their bodies with the squalls of the primal whirlwind and scatter them across the 9 corners of hell." Everything is so dark. Like it's eerie how dark it is. It feels like night except for the flashes of lightning from above. And you just see him, and he just like is concentrating on the storm above now. So like he's just like standing up there, just concentrating on the storm, and that's just all he's going to do for his action.
And I'm guessing I can't just whack him as he leaves.
No, like this shockwave is just so like jarring that he's like so he is 15.
I have a twig in my eye.
Yeah, so he's 15 feet up in the air. All you see is just sheets of rain and hail, and just lit up by the lightning from above. And it is so that was Jasper's turn, right?
Yep.
Okay. So with that, you all take 6 points of cold damage.
Hey, I'm resistant to that.
As it is just freezing in here, out here. And
How much
with
was
that,
it?
it is with this Drogo and Cyra. They're just looking up at the Stormwarden at this point in just awe. Like they don't even like care about you right now. They're just looking up at His Majesty and the terrible lightning tempest that's swirling around them. And they just lose their turn just looking at him. Hargus, you're up.
Not to be a nuisance, was it 6 cold? My internet's
Yes, 6 cold.
bad. Okay, my ring I wear from home is keeping me.
Oh, it actually doesn't give you resistance.
No.
It feels extra cold. You haven't felt this cold in a long time since you attuned to that ring. It's weird. You're like, it's freezing out here.
Super magic cold.
So, Hargis, what do you do?
Well, I was thinking about going to Dispel Magic. That seems kind of moot against Demigod.
Yeah, my man.
I'm going to go ahead and summon bees. My bees were already down, and I just cast another summon bees and send them towards them.
Okay, you cast it and nothing happens. You recite the incantation and nothing happens. You're like, girls, get up! Nothing happens. The coins don't animate.
Reach him?
He's 15 feet up above in the air, just like floating in the air, just swirling, and as winds just whip around this grove.
Oh, no problem. We'll start flying if I can fly.
You already cast animate objects.
True.
So
okay.
That was your action.
So I guess I'm done.
Alright.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I can 15 feet? Wait. I can throw 2 daggers.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I rolled a 20 and a 14, but I have a plus 10 to that, so 24 and 30 to hit.
Okay, yep, those both hit. Was one of those a crit?
Yes.
Okay, so add 4 to that one's damage.
Nice.
I don't throw these very often.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 1d4. Dang it. 1d4 plus 5 plus 4.
And Shaz, you're up next, so get ready.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, great. He's tantalizingly up above me.
Okay, 12 points of damage from a critical, and then 7 points of damage for the second one.
Okay.
That'll showing.
So those are reduced. What was the first one? 12? 14?
Sorry,
We'll say
12 points for the first
12
one.
and 7. Got it. Okay, so that's 19 total. He's resistant, so he only takes 10. All
They are
right.
playing daggers, if that makes a difference.
No. In fact, I'll take 2 points of damage off for that because they didn't seem to be magical when you threw them. Okay, Shaz, you're up.
So, how do magic items affected? Is my armor less shiny right now? Or?
Yeah, it had like a kind of faint sort of gleam to it and certain lights and everything, and you look at it, it's completely just dark. Everything out here is dark.
Okay, so he's anti-magic dust. Yeah. Okay, that really, man, we need range on them, don't we?
Where's that bow that I never use?
I know, yeah.
I was laughing so hard, and a few episodes back, Ivan had to use his bow, and he pulled it out, and like a note from Eleanor fell out, and he had no idea how old it was. It was so funny. That was really good. It's like, good luck on the next
the
quest.
bow, yeah.
That was so funny.
I can't get to him unless I chop down a tree on him or something. Did I do that?
The trees, by the way, they are creaking, and like the wind is spiraling inside this grove at this point. It's like you're almost in the middle of a tornado, and so all the trees are leaning the same direction. It's very off-putting.
I can't get to him unless there's a.
You could
No, he
throw
was the
something at
statue.
him
I
if
was
you
gonna be
want.
like, I can. I don't have any javelins, but I do have my once per day flask of alchemist fire.
Oh, from the skull.
That's true.
Yeah. Actually, it's once per hour, which is weird,
I am
but
glad
it also
you were
gets
doing-
every hour.
That was...
So I pick up this vial from my side pouch. I'm like, well, I poured you, beautiful.
Alchemist fire.
Alright, you throw
Anyways,
a gun.
this is just straight strength.
Yep, make a strength check.
Come on, I really need good. Oh, a 19 on the die, which is...
That's probably enough. Yeah,
Not a
it's
crit
18,
because
so... Okay, so yeah, you just throw the flask of oil in it, and now you see some light in this grove between lightning strikes and it burns on
solid. Oh. He takes 9 bludgeoning from the vial, and he's on fire.
Nice.
I did something.
How come it takes 9 bludgeoning?
A thick blood.
Pardon?
Why did it take bludgeoning from the bottle? The alchemist fire just lights him on fire, I think. I don't think it does.
Well, the bottle itself hits him, so it shatters on impact.
Sure, I'll say.
Alchemist. Oh no, it says that on a hit, the target takes 1d4
fire damage.
Make a range attack. Oh, treating the alchemist fire as improvised. Oh, does the flask do nothing?
It just breaks on it and then lights it, ignites it. So I'll add a few points of damage for the glass though, because that kind of makes sense. So I mean, you're using up a 1 gold vial, so you know why not? Add
How much fire does it take?
All right, so 1 fire damage.
At the I rolled a 4 on the d4 to determine the damage for my attack. So I guess at the start of his turn, it takes 4 fire damage.
Yeah. So all right. So he is on fire. I'll make note of that.
That's the best I can do. I'm not good with the range, fellas.
I know.
Okay. So yeah, you're just like, and it does break on him. Okay, Jasper, you're up.
How does he seem to like the fire? Does he not care about the fire?
Doesn't. He just kind of looks down at it and just keeps focusing on the storm. He's probably resistant to fire.
Jasper's going to try acid, and he pulls out one of his little globes of acid, pops it in his sling, and chucks it at him. So we'll see how. Yeah, we'll see how the sling goes.
Oh shoot! These need to be with disadvantage from the wind. I just realized.
Oh, I'll roll again. The first one was a 19 to hit.
You're gonna take away.
Sorry, roll one more time.
It's okay.
Actually, we'll say now. Okay, don't worry about it. At the start of the round, which is now with Jasper. Okay, we'll say now the wind is so strong that it's disadvantage. So you roll, Jasper, but yeah, I won't make Hargis reroll and stuff.
My disadvantage. The first one was a 19 total to hit. The second was a 19 on the die to hit. So.
Okay, so yeah, you're like.
Yeah,
okay, it was
6.
And then it just like 6. The wind blows it and an arc into the side of him and just breaks onto him. 6 acid damage. All right, is that like Alchemist Fire where it's like per turn? Is it just straight damage? Nope. Damage. Okay, so acid just hits once and goes away. All right, that's 3 acid damage. He's resistant to acid. He's resistant to acid. Okay. That's your action. Anything for your bonus action? That's my action. Bonus action, I'll drink a healing potion. You drink it, nothing happens. What? Oh my gosh. You drink it and you're just like, that doesn't taste right. And you notice you don't feel any better from it. It was refreshing but useless. Yeah.
I'm going to, I know it's not my turn, but I'm going to shout to Hargis, I need a boost.
All right.
I need to get up. It's 15 feet. There's no way he's going to throw me that high.
Okay, at the start of...
you don't know.
At the start of the Stormwarden's turn...
I was making a table so you could step up.
At the start of the Stormwarden's turn, you guys take 7 points of cold damage. As it starts to get colder, the storm is getting even colder as everything... it's just like attacking.
This is
like nature spirits is attacking. However...
I think
one magic item of your guys' choice lights up again.
If he's at 12,
so they're starting to wake up again. So it can be an arcane focus, it can be your instrument Hargis, but one magic item of your choice lights up during this turn.
Okay, cool.
And so he just keeps focusing on the storm. Go ahead, Hargis.
Well, I don't really use any magic items.
You use your harp, which has spells on it, right?
It has spells on it, but they don't really affect spell casting.
They're your magical focus for the purposes of game mechanics, though. So
so it's starting to work again. You can go ahead and cast something new.
I can throw spells. Okay, I'll go ahead and drop them. I already rolled the hit. I did 46 points of damage. And,
I think your coins are probably damaged from like the acid rain and stuff like that. So
I don't think so.
I guess you can mark off however many gold coins you've already used, and then pull more out of your pocket if you want, but
What I have to do every time.
yeah, so go ahead and roll off. Those coins are damaged and useless now, so go ahead and mark off that gold, but yeah, you can cast it again. And how many are they? Are you doing 14 again? 14
Actually, it's reduced a little. It's down to 12 for this casting, and it was 46 points damage for the ones that hit.
Okay, so 6 of them hit. That seems pretty high. But
I only have one 7th level spell.
46. Okay, so it's reduced to 23. And all of those coins that hit break from lightning damage attacking him.
Oof.
Right, so that's...
Trade off.
Ooh, okay. You see... Yeah, it's hard to see what he looks like because it's so dark, but yeah, you kind of hear like a strange like growling sound from above. Okay, Shaz, what do you do? Unless you want to give inspiration, or I guess you can, or another bonus action.
I'll go ahead and give inspiration. I think I gave it last time to Jasper, so I'll give it to Shaz, and that'll be my last inspiration.
Appreciate it.
So Hargis is getting out of breath. He's running out of ideas for songs. He comes up with like one last one. He's like, "I'm done for now. I can't even."
No.
Do better.
Okay, Shaz, you're up.
Get that ball and really fight!
Question about the sky sail staff.
Yes.
He catches us with your...
Can I use? Do I have to be like both hands on the staff?
Yes, you use both hands on the staff. An
Can I kick
action to
people
cast
still?
it. Also, the
Can
air is really windy right now, so you'll have difficult terrain flying. Just so you know.
Oh.
That's fine, but
Kick?
like
Yeah, you can make an
I,
unarmed strike. Sure.
I'm going to use my one magic item that reenacts is the sky sail staff.
That's awesome.
All right, so you kick it open and it almost gets yanked out of your hand like a kite, and you're just like, oh gosh,
We're glad we gave that to you. Great.
and you're just like fighting against the current. You fall.
I use my action to cast fly, and I will use 30 feet of movement with the difficult terrain to get up to him. And I'm just like in his face. I'm like, "Oh, you get ready for next round."
Okay.
You don't even know, bro. You don't even know.
All right, Jasper, you're up.
Okay, with all the magic that lost it, I assume my crown of stars was dispelled?
It was, yes.
Okay.
You have like a crossbow or something.
No. Well, no, my
One
magic's
thing
coming
lit
back.
up, so...
So, yeah, the lightning lance is powering up again. So, he's gonna levy a quickened shatter at Jaboy, trying to keep Hayden outside the radius. So, yeah, level 4 shatter. Con save for our boy here.
That's easy enough. He's a big guy.
Yeah, that's a 29.
29! Just gonna do it. Just barely gonna do it. So, half damage on... Half damage on... Would like all 8s if possible. I'm just gonna put that out there, requesting all 8s. Not gonna get... Oh, bad though. 2 8s and a 7. 16... 20, 31 points of thunder.
Alright, he is resistant to thunder damage.
Son of a gun!
But that's enough. How do you want to do this?
Oh my god.
Oh, fine. I was going to follow up with the chill touch, though, because it was quick and... So he does it anyway. He follows up with the chill touch. So as he... And he grabs his ears, then he'll follow up with that chill touch cantrip, and that dark bolt of energy will just go through the back of the skull.
Alright, there's another flash of lightning, and you see his whole body contorted in pain, like lit up from all sides with that lightning bolt and stuff, and it's like a strobe light. Like you see the thing soaring towards him, and then it hits him, and then it's like, like you, in 3 frames, you see him just like peel back in pain. And then...
oh no. And then...
Let me see what happens. Okay. Yeah. So you see like him in pain and everything, and you hear something heavy fall against the ground at the bottom. However, the storm is still raging.
Oh dear.
So out of initiative, like you look over and you see Cyra and Drogo.
Yeah.
They are in their human forms now, in their ratty robes, just like passed out on the ground, as like cold rain and hail is like beating on their bodies right now.
Shaz and Hargis are near them.
I'm not.
Shaz is flying up in the air, like trying to fight against the wind. We're out of initiative though, so what do you guys do? Yeah. Like the storm is still raging. You guys do take.
The clearing.
You guys do take.
Son of a gun.
7 points of cold damage as things are getting colder, and as you're kind of looking around, the storm is just extending from this point. What do you guys do?
Where does it seem to be extending from?
This point,
what's the source?
like this grove. Like you look up and you see the clouds swirling right above this point.
Okay, well, what the hell do we do? Like,
as Jasper's stepping out, and he's hurt, he's injured, he's grasping the lightning lance in his hand. And he's yelling that we gotta run, run! He's gonna convert some sorcery points into spell slots as a bonus action. That's gonna be a next round thing, because with this round, he's going to reach up and do a level 8 Dispel Magic.
Okay, just on the storm in general,
just
right?
on the storm magic. He's trying to.
Wait, did you say there was a heavy thing that hit the ground, or was that just his body?
That was his body, yeah.
Okay.
And you see it now kind of just dark in the flashes and stuff.
Yeah, he's got the level 8 spell, one level 8 spell slot. He's going to put every bit into.
Okay, make an ability check using your spell. Make a charisma check.
Oh, buddy. Charisma check.
The DC is 19.
I can re-roll failed ones of these with my magical guidance. So
I'd give you my inspiration if I could.
I know. I wish I had one, but I don't. All right, here we go.
Well, it's hard for a bard to determine what's going to happen every round.
First roll for the check. 7 on the die. Not going to do it. Re-rolling. Spending a sorcery point for a second roll. Oh, come on. I want a good roll here. A nat 20 would be great.
It would be amazing.
15 on the die. Plus 5.
That beats it. The DC was 19 and you rolled 20. So you guys are just like not knowing what to do. It's still just chaos. There's lightning and freezing cold rain and wind and everything and flashes from above. You see Jasper's tiny form just take out the lightning lance and point it up into the storm. And there's this like, what does your dispel magic look like? Is it just like
He's grounding it. He's taking all of the lightning into the lightning lance. And he's got another hand like reaching into the ground, and the whole storm is going.
Okay, so yeah, you're just like
through the lance into the ground.
And all of you guys look over and you see Jasper. You see like 9 lightning bolts strike the lightning lance at the same point, and then there's this blinding flash, and then just like nothing. You guys, or there's just nothing. It's darkness. And you don't know how long. And then suddenly you smell rain and mud. And you feel soaking wet grass under your skin. You hear the distant roll of thunder. Very distant. You look around. You guys stand up. It's still cloudy above, but there are patches in the clouds where sunlight is streaming through. And, some of it is like leaving nice little lit up patches in this grove. You see Cyra and Drogo over there, face down in the mud, not moving. You see trees that were nearly ripped out of the ground. Their roots are exposed, especially close to this clearing. Like, this clearing is bigger now because trees have just been thrown outward from it. You look around, the statue is gone, and the plinth that it was on is now cracked from roots bursting from below it. The shoots of young trees are blooming out of the stone. Are you gonna try and save Cyra and Drogo?
Yeah, Jasper's running over as quickly as he can, checking them to see if they're still breathing. If not,
They are barely alive. If you heal them quickly, then they'll be able to.
I'm going to do a mass healing on Shaz and Jasper and me.
Okay.
I'll take it.
39 points.
I took 168 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Cyra and Drogo wake up, and you see they still have like sword wounds on their bodies from like Shaz and stuff, and they're just like holding their headaches, their heads and headaches and stuff, and they're just like, and they look around. The body of the Stormwarden's nowhere to be seen, by the way. There's nothing there, and they just kind of look around.
How much do you heal us, Marcus?
39, I think, right?
39.
Oof, oh, feels better.
You guys look around. Cyra and Drogo are just kind of holding their heads, and they look at each other and smile a little bit, despite through the pain. And they look at you guys, and they're like, "His voice is finally gone." Oh.
Hey, you stiff-picking dummies!
Oh, thank you, Harbinger. Oh,
Stop picking to me!
his voice has not stopped tucking our heads since the other storm came, but it's finally gone. Oh, it's finally quiet, and they just like lay down in the grass.
Good.
Shaz will spiral around, not really understanding the spell of the item just yet, and he'll eventually get to the point where he can see Swanbow. It's looking good, right?
Yeah, you look around, and if you go high enough, you can see like the trees below you, and it's just like a gradient of damage. Like the grove itself is just mangled trees, just ripped apart and everything. But the farther away from it goes, there's less damage and stuff. And 20 minutes away to Swanbow, it looks untouched. I mean, it looks, you see puddles over there. Like they got soaked last night, but the
Shaz will kind of like very hesitantly like lower the wings like little bits at a time to try and land. Like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
And I'll land beside my friend.
Like Flappy Bird, just like. Try not to land too hard.
Yeah.
As you guys are just sort of reeling, and you realize that the damage is done, but the storm is finally over. You notice something catches your eye in the plinth. There's this tiny flower growing out of the plinth that is unlike any flower that any of you have ever seen before. It's got narrow white petals, and you see like a yellow zigzag pattern on the flower. And each of you guys make a... Well, do any of you guys approach the flower?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure. I like flowers.
You guys sit around and you look at the flower.
I wanted it.
It's got a fragrance that's like ozone. It smells like lightning. And it looks like it's kind of glowing faintly. What do you guys do?
Jasper looks at it carefully.
A little beam of sunlight shines on it, and it kind of seems to have like a little glittering electrical energy from it.
Yeah.
I can't quite insight check a flower, can I?
I'll pluck
You
it
could
and
do
put it
nature. That seems like
You reach to pluck it, and Jasper slaps your hand. Leave it!
as your hand approached it, you felt like a static charge.
Oh,
Like
it's
the
nice.
the hair on the back of your hand kind of stood up as you went close to it.
Nature check, you know what? Why not? I'll use Hargis'
difference, Mom.
inspiration.
Go for it. Might as well. We'll say it was like 9 minutes that you guys were unconscious, so you
I'm
still have the
going to pick
inspiration.
up for a little hero.
13.
13?
Jasper got a 14.
You have no idea what this is.
Yeah, Jasper got a 14.
Oh,
No
God.
idea.
What am I
Never seen
rolling?
anything like this before.
Nature.
Nature check, Hargis.
Oh,
I mean,
nature.
obviously it's magical. That much is
Yeah.
17.
But nope.
Listen. The Tree Fathers caused this to bloom here. Just give it a minute. Like, maybe I'll ask him tomorrow what to do about it, alright?
I'll stick an acorn in the stump, in the base, crack in the base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have some fertilizer.
For all we know, the Tree Father's going to have this grow up to be an amazing tree, and we're just going to...
It's not a blossom, you can tell. It's just like a flower. So this is all it'll be.
This is all... Oh.
Yeah, you can tell this isn't a blossom of the shoot. There are shoots coming out. Like, you can see little saplings already starting to poke through, which is kind of beautiful. Gotcha. But this flower stands out.
I can tell.
And you feel drawn to it. Like, you feel like you want to pick it.
Upon further reflection, I'm pretty sure this is all this flower is going to be. And I should probably just pick it right now.
Oh, is that why you're whacking me on the back of the head?
Yes, that's it. Just let a professional do it because I can save the seeds for later. The pollen.
Oh, you goofy ginger.
Yeah. He'll pluck it gingerly.
As soon as you touch the flower, all of you guys feel like a little jolt, like from a joy buzz or something, like just a little jolt. You guys all have resistance to lightning damage now.
Oh, nice.
Until you fail a death saving throw, and then you'll be shocked back up to 1 hit point and lose the resistance to lightning damage.
Fascinating.
So you have lightning damage resistance forever until you fail a death saving throw. Jasper, as soon as you're holding the flower and looking at it, the fragrance, the energy, something about it, you feel a really strong urge to eat it.
I do. I don't even hesitate. I hurt so bad. A flower treat is...
Okay, so you stuff it in your... So Jasper just stuffs the flower in his mouth. And
he whacks Argus's hand like a professional
journalist.
It's mine.
Greedily.
You eat it, and you guys see electricity kind of spark behind Jasper's eyes. And Jasper, you feel it's like the electrical equivalent of like a burp wanting to come out. Do you try and hold it in? Like, do you try to hold the energy in, or do you try and let it out?
I hold it until I realize, like, it's all natural, baby. So I turn politely to the side, and I cover my mouth, and I burp politely up to the side.
The lightning kind of like you burp, and it's like a fan of lightning energy kind of comes out of your mouth. You kind of cover your the lightning kind of swirls around you a little bit, and you notice a tattoo on your where do you want it?
I imagine it flares up on a forearm around the hand.
Okay, a forearm.
Like the hand he picked it from. It like
you see a symbol of the Tree Father tattooed on your arm, but it's got like kind of an electrical motif to it. Like it's a tree, but like it's jagged. The roots look like lightning bolts. You have one casting of Storm of Vengeance.
Ooh.
That you can cast one time, and then the tattoo will go away.
So did the death save work as soon as I make a death save, or as soon as
you fail a death save, you'll get shocked back up to 1 hit point. So it's like you rolled a 20 instead of failing a death save, and then you'll lose the lightning resistance.
A little magical
forever.
defibrillator. Defibrillator.
So you guys feel energized. You feel really good. We'll say Drogo and Cyra get it too. They were close enough, and they're just kind of like, ooh. You guys make it. You guys make your way back to.
Spinning into.
Anything else you want to do in this grove, or should we finish up? I know it's past the hour, so.
No, I think that's about it.
We kind of stagger back into town.
Yeah, so we'll cut to that. You guys just make your way through. It takes a lot longer than 20 minutes to stagger through.
Beard's just out.
Oh yeah.
And singed.
All Hargus's beard is standing out. Jasper's is as well.
My beard's
I guess all of your beards are just standing out and stuff. Drogo's sideburns are hilarious as well. You guys all just stagger back into town, and you see a group of people.
Is he able to drink from my mug?
That are just sort of. You just pass around the mug, get your hit points back up.
I got one too.
And you guys come back to town. You see a group of people who's just kind of looking over the forest and stuff at that clearing, and they're just like, "What in the hell's happened over there? That was the scariest thing that we've ever seen. The lightning was just striking that grove over and over again."
I know.
Are you all right? And Cyra and Drogo are kind of like trying to smooth out their like manes of ratty hair, just kind of like, why am I? Oh, and they're just kind of like, this is the Harbinger. He's saved Swanbow from a terrible threat. All 3 of these Harbingers have. You're all Harbingers.
Group effort for sure.
I don't know what a Harbinger is. But it tastes like me.
It doesn't seem like the people of Swanbow know either. Like they're simple folk. They're just like, one of them starts clapping, and the other ones start clapping too. They're just sort of like, hey. And,
I would also clap, but the connection of my flesh just seems to encourage the lightning shocks.
Yeah, you keep shocking yourself. Like, you didn't know it was possible to be like, ow, ow. So you just try to, like, not touch any part of yourself.
Yeah.
Otelia is in the crowd as well.
She's as the clapping
you guys look like you could use... You guys look like you could use some dinner.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And that will do it for tonight.
Calling this ability Storm's Blossom. I'm not sure if anyone else has a different name for it.
Yeah, I like that. You guys can call it whatever you want.
I'm calling it defibrillator.
So yeah, make note of that so that you don't forget that's a gift. It's like a boom type thing.
Yeah, resistance to lightning damage until you fail your next test save.
In which case you'll zap back up to 1 and lose that resistance.
That's super fun.
In which you regain 1.
Well, I wrote it down.
I'm calling that one of the most entertaining balanced fights we've ever participated in. So.
Thank you. Really that was an experiment that I wanted to... Like, I've never had a truly epic boss fight, Mythic fights, they're probably the closest I've had because they get mythic abilities and stuff. But I've realized it's got to be stage-based. There's got to be stages to the boss fight.
Yeah.
And it has to have... You got to kill it multiple times type thing, because... I mean, it was...
I thought that High Priestess of Benkotha you did was outstanding.
That one was fun, too. That's my favorite unit, and that's in the Monster Manual. That's in, I think, Van Richten's guide, and I love that unit because it's interesting that way. It has... it's not just attack, or, that sort of thing. That worked.
That was
pretty
fantastic.
darn
Well... You dealt me 42 commoners worth of damage, and I applaud you, mister, because you made me spend my resources. I think I need to do something. I'm going to need to...
8 points just watching.
I'm going to have to account for my lack of range, because I'm pretty sure pit fiends can fly.
When I name this Shillelagh, he is an epic weapon.
Oh, I don't think you've named it. Yeah, it's just called Hargis' Shillelagh, so if you want to name it.
You got me down to 13, and then I healed myself for 44, and I got back down to 19, and then a little more healing. So I was skirting the edge there, man.
I was really torn between spells whether I should heal or cast.
Yeah. Nope, that was...
I'm glad. I addressed pretty much all of the aspects of challenge. I knew you guys were going to have a long rest, so that was kind of built into this as well. The stages, subtract your resources. Otherwise, even a CR 20 would just die. So I started with a couple of lower CR creatures, and then like one creature that you had to beat a few times. That was just a Storm of Vengeance. And I use that basically as a...
I've never even heard of that. So.
Yeah, it's a level 9 druid spell. And on the first round it does acid, then it does it does thunder first, then acid, then hailstones, and then each turn it does something different.
Radius,
and then at the end you have to make concentration checks each turn from the wind or something like that. But anyway, so that acted as a lair action. I didn't even have to worry about it.
I thought I had that dispel too with the level 8. I'm like, okay, I got this, and then I had to do the check, and then I had to use the re-roll to get it. Oh my gosh, that was great.
So you want to know something funny? If you guys would have done lightning damage to him, he would have been vulnerable to the lightning damage. It would have overloaded him. It would have overloaded him.
Oh my god.
And it would have destroyed all of his other resistances if you would have just hit him with lightning. I was wondering if Jasper would try his lightning lance or something.
No.
Well, we think lightning. He hurt.
He was horny
I
for
know.
lightning.
I
He
know.
was.
That's hindsight.
That was the last. That's not even hindsight. That's just a clever. That's a vindictive.
I wondered if you guys, after trying every damage type, I wonder if you would have been like, none of these make sense. It's gotta
fun, right?
Could it be
I figured he was immune to lightning.
or
I figured he was
absorbed,
straight up-
absorbed it.
or
Yeah,
healing.
heal-
Yeah, we're
heal.
healing to lightning. Yeah, I was never going to do lightning, no matter what circumstance. Lightning
He's like
was not gonna happen.
Batman. He's like Batman from whatever series. Like, oh, I dress up when I'm scared of. You know?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It would have just overloaded. He was brimming with lightning, and it would have been too much.
Oh
It would
my
have just burst
God.
out, ruining his resistances. And
That's great.
It would have.
That's great.
It would have moved him to the next boss stage, though. So that could have been bad. But
That's still
I thought
funny.
that was funny.
That's funny, yeah. No, there's no way I was ever going to do lightning. Not even.
No, man. Slashing
no.
is my main go-to, which is why I hate oozes.
Two things I didn't end up using were the will-o-wisps. I was gonna make those.
Yeah,
Oh, they got
respawn,
nerfed,
like
yeah, they got
2
nerfed,
for each
yeah.
one that you killed, but I was like, nah.
hard
move
to
on with
kill
that.
all of them.
And then also there's going to be woodland animals that are going to be going mad from the terror, and they were going to start rushing in and attacking you guys, but we were low on time, and
Yeah.
that would have been might be too much for Jasper to be killing all these woodland creatures.
Or
So
just
it's like, they would run away from it anyway, so we had the woodland creatures run away from the grove. That
I
makes
think
sense.
Hargis' finest moment is we were someplace that was a big pile of gold, and there was these ravenous, flesh-eating beetles,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like gold coins.
Oh yeah, the
And I
coin
threw
beetles, yeah.
something to neutralize them. I was just thinking, man, why couldn't it work out like that?
No, that was great. That was fantastic.
Okay, yeah. So, if you guys want to make an epic boss fight, add those stages, because it is so much fun. I noticed that's what they do in video games, and it's so much more fun when it's like they get stronger or something
Yeah.
changes, so
I
it's
want
great.
just,
Next week.
just once. I want to walk up to like this golem or something. It's like, face me, mortals. We look at it, and there's this giant like X in red across his chest, and it's like, I think, is that your weak spot? It's like, no.
As
That's your weak spot.
It's
Right
why
on.
would you say something so dumb and stupid thing to say?
Not add water.
Magic missile the X.
I didn't take shield. I took detect poison and disease. You're a golem. Why would you need that?
Thanks, guys. I needed to DM that. That was a really great outlet, so.
That was
Yeah,
really
that was
great.
cool.
That was a really great question.